why I'm out and about. I have to find a cool location for it. The big issue with that is that the top is like a mesh top, which would usually be worn with nothing underneath, so that you could kind of see, you know, my belly button, my nipples, whatever. But if I'm looking for a cool location, that's gonna be a public location. And if I'm in public, I'm not gonna be walking around taking pictures with my shirt off. Filming in public is already embarrassing enough. I don't need to take my shirt off. But look, I'm wearing like kind of a skin-colored shirt. Maybe they can just Photoshop my shirt off anyway and give me like rock hard abs. That would be sick. So I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to them and see what they do. I'm just wearing regular clothes. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt and shoes. And so I'm just gonna try to find like an edgy location to take a picture of myself. Well, I took a little walk and I looked around and I found this. A skate park. Also the smallest bleachers I've ever seen to watch people at the skate park. Guess they're not anticipating like a ton of spectators at this skate park. It's actually kind of sad. Yeah, only 4 people are gonna be watching you at a time here, man. All right, don't get too excited. So I think this is about as edgy as it gets, really. I think I can kind of be leaned up against the fence here, contemplating my life. The description on the website also said that this outfit is supposed to represent like a post-apocalyptic Nordic archipelago or something. An archipelago is like a cluster of islands, and I don't know if anything quite exemplifies a dystopian archipelago quite like a skate park. So let's take this picture. There's also people on the roof behind me. I hope they're not watching me film this. Are they watching me? It took me a little bit to figure out exactly what kind of person wears this outfit, but after a few pictures, I think I figured it out. And once I got the picture I desired, I sent it to DressX, and within 2 business days, I had my finished photo. Okay, let's go ahead and see this photo. This link looks unusual. Be sure you trust the link before you open it. What do you mean unusual? Seems like a pretty normal link to me. Do you think Google Chrome can see the photo? You're not gonna want to open this picture, dude. The picture in this link looks very unusual. Okay, very, very interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. This is... Wow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm wearing the outfit. I'll give them that. I like that they left my Apple Watch on. And my shirt. This has got to be the dorkiest anyone's ever looked in this outfit. I sent the picture to Laura. I was worried she was going to say it looked super fake and also would hate the outfit. But it turns out she loves it. Eventually, I'm going to post this picture on Instagram to see what everybody thinks. But before I do that, I have to get pictures of the other outfits too. So without further ado, here's the next outfit. All right, well, it's been a month since the last part of the video that you just watched. Our son arrived about 2 weeks early, so I had a little bit less time to film this video than I thought. Whoops. So yeah, I'm a dad now. I've been taking the past month off of social media and just like taking a break from filming and stuff, just to hang out and get to know the little guy. He's awesome. He's very chill so far. Does a lot of sleeping, does a lot of pooping. And all in all, it's probably been the best month of my life. This has been fantastic. It's been amazing. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing great. The delivery went great. About as good as you could ask for, honestly. But being that I am a dad now, I do kind of have to reevaluate my content, you know? I have a son to raise. Do I really care about becoming like the trendiest man 30 years from now? My son's gonna be 30 years old in 2050. Okay? Or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Or do I really want to be worried about keeping up with the hottest trends of the future? Yes. Of course I do. Even more so now. This child is a very cool child. And you can bet he's gonna have cool friends with even cooler dads. You know they're gonna be showing up to birthday parties in the hottest 3D printed shoes and the stiffest wooden t-shirts, all right? So if I don't get ahead of the curve now, I'm gonna be a laughingstock amongst this boy's friends and their dads. Which is why I've got this one last outfit here before me, and I think this is really gonna be the one that takes the cake. So I unboxed the biodegradable boxers. Oh yeah, These will fit just fine. I unboxed the wooden t-shirt. First impressions? It does not feel like a shirt. Even my dog's natural instincts are like, ooh, that's a stick. Must fetch shirt. And I unboxed the 3D printed shoes and this hat. Whoa. Okay, they also sent me a hat. This very cool hat. Buy my shoes on Zellerfield.com. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't send them pictures of my head. How did they know how big my head is? Wow, dude. Okay, look at this. Wowee, man. These shoes impressed me from the moment I took them out of the box. They are breathable. Yeah, I can. That's actually kind of crazy. Wait, how does that work? And they fit pretty well. At first.
Huh, well,
My toe ends about here. So there's like this much space at the end of the shoe, but I actually think that that is kind of how you want shoes to be, because you don't want your toe rubbing up against the front of the shoe. So, okay. Why do I look like old-timey in this shoe? With this long sock and my pants ending there. I look like a pilgrim or something. For whatever reason, the left one is a little bit more uncomfortable. Let me stand up and just, yeah, I can definitely still feel that a little bit. You know what? No, I think these are too big. I actually think they are too big in the toes. I feel like I've got a lot of extra space there. But I wouldn't know the full extent of it until I put the full outfit on to test. The very first thing I noticed is that when I put this shirt on, it was like weirdly cold. Like usually when you put clothes on, it warms you up right away, but the shirt has like a weird cooling effect to it. And it's like, it just feels cold on my body. Does it feel cold to the touch to you? Yeah. Yeah, it's like frigid. Is wood supposed to be cold? I guess it does kind of feel the same temperature as this door. Take that as you will, I suppose. The shirt is very stretchy. It's this weird combination of stretchy and stiff, which doesn't sound like would be possible, those two things together, but it is kind of stiff and like starchy, I guess I would say. It's kind of just like crispy. Wait, why is it white there? Does this shirt change color too? Or did I just fuck it up somehow? The shoes, now I gotta be honest, I don't really feel like they fit that good. As I step, it kind of feels like my heel could come right out of the back of the heel a little bit. I mean, you can for sure see that there's a good amount of space there. I'm worrying a little bit more every day about what they did with those pictures of my feet, if not make shoes that fit properly. You're like, sick, something we can jerk off to when we make this guy's shoes. The boxers are pretty comfortable, I will say. I put them on, I was like, I'm gonna wear these again. Rest assured, they are on. If you were to plant me in a pot of soil for 90 days, let's just say I wouldn't be wearing underwear anymore. And I'd also be very cold and wet. I decided to do a little bit of light jogging to see how the shoes would feel in action. Oh no, these have really bad grip. Let me try on sidewalk real quick. Great, sorry. Let me see if I can race it. There's not a lot of grip on the bottom of these shoes, so when I was running on this gravel path, I kind of felt like I was like a cartoon character that like starts running for a little bit before they actually start moving. I will say that the issues with the fit are still ringing true. These feel very loose, especially on the heel, which when you're running is not what you want. They look like clogs. They look like old wooden Dutch clogs that they would wear in the old days. It looks like someone painted them blue, honestly, and put a face on them for some reason. Shirt hasn't gotten any warmer. It is cold outside. It's only 50 degrees out right now, so, you know, I guess I didn't expect it really to warm up, but it's cold to the touch. Like every time I touch the sides of my body with my arms, I'm like, ugh. And that's no way. You shouldn't feel like that when you touch your own body. Boxers still feel good, honestly. If I shit myself right now, I'd have no problems taking them off and just planting them right there. Maybe come back in 20 years and see a beautiful oak tree in its place. That joke's only funny if you know that I eat a lot of oak seeds. Yeah, I guess that's really all there is to this outfit. So guess I'm gonna go hit the dusty trail. To get a definitive answer as to which outfit is the best futuristic outfit, I decided to post each of them on Instagram and let my audience decide. This is gonna be such a weird thing to post right now. As of right now, I haven't posted anything since our son was born, so I've just posted that we had a baby, and then the next post is like me like, ah, in the scariest outfit you've ever seen. Yeah, maybe I should just caption something really ominous, like things have changed. Rate my fits, and then maybe some kind of little fashion emoji. The hell? Why are these the emojis that come up when you search fashion? It's a scroll and 2 fountain pens. Hello? Okay, it's been about 20 hours since I posted the pictures. Let's go ahead and see what people think about the future of fashion. Hat's not wide enough. Thank you for that, Drew. Whoa, okay, I'm actually getting a decent amount of positive responses. Love the pants, so cute, yes, cool. First one goes hard. First one is so fire. It seems like most people are talking about the first outfit. Dude became the Hat Man. Whoa. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I do kind of look like the Hat Man. You guys know that mythical sleep paralysis demon, the Hat Man? Dude, I've always wanted to be the Hat Man. This is awesome. I can't wait to start appearing in people's dreams like this. This is gonna be so cool. This is the only comment I've seen so far wondering if the first outfit is fake. Is that Dress X I see? So this person knows that Dress X exists and they think this might be a Dress X outfit. Good eye. This person must study the Dress X catalog religiously. The robot leggings are a 6 out of 10, the hat and heels 8. All right, guys, well, I think my intuitions might have been right. I was kind of feeling like the virtual clothes would be the way of the future, and it looks like I was right. From now on, I'm only gonna be wearing virtual clothes.
What's up, Greg? Did you know that anybody can make an iPhone game? If you wanted to, you could just like come up with the most insane idea for a game that doesn't make any sense. It's not fun. Nobody would ever want to play it. And you could program it, or you could hire somebody else to make it for you, and then you can submit it to the App Store. And it seems like as long as it works in the most like liberal usage of that word, like as long as it doesn't make your phone explode, then Apple will approve it, and then it'll be on the App Store and anybody can download it. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of fun to search the App Store and try to find the worst games I could possibly find and then play them and like do like a review, a playthrough of sorts. If you make any like normal search on the App Store for a game, like I searched Angry Birds in iPhone and iPad apps, and then you scroll down past all of the games that you would expect to see, eventually you'll just stumble upon the least fun sounding games you've ever seen. Angry Cock, anyone? Can I interest anyone in some Angry Cock? Bad Granny, Angry Grandma? Okay, Pig Evolution is a strategy game. Bad Granny is a scary neighborhood evil game type game. Yo, not only is the grandma evil, but the game is evil too? I'm not gonna download that. This grandma's gonna ruin your life in the game, and then the game is gonna ruin your life in real life. A few days ago, Bob come to a new place to live, and he saw neighbor's granny. He wants to say hello to neighbor granny and come to his house. Okay, who the fuck is Bob? That it started this description like we already know who Bob is. His neighbor's granny seems suspicious. She was hiding in his garage. She shouted, "Hello, granny." Is this gonna explain the entire plot of the game to me? I'm not even gonna need to play the game after this. He wants to find out information and the secrets of creepy neighbor's granny. Okay, it kind of sounds like from the description that granny is not that strange. Okay, I guess she was hiding in his garage. That actually is pretty weird. But it's like, and you follow Bob, who's trying to find blackmail on this old woman. It's like, who's the bad one in this scenario? You evil game. Okay, so the first game I'm gonna play is Bad Granny. I will download that now. If I just type in simulator in the App Store and search for iPhone and iPad apps, what's gonna come up? Cat Simulator 2020. I'd like something a little more up to date. Being a cat has really changed in the past 2 years, so. My virtual boyfriend chat, messenger, and dating simulator. Boyfriend of your dream. Oh my God, things are getting really extreme in this chat. I can't stop thinking of you as a real person. And he says, I am better. I will never let you down. Virtual boyfriend allows you to discuss everything you want. That's nice of him. Cheer up seeing his funny and sometimes not to the point answers. Okay. So you can discuss anything you want. He's just not gonna always respond to what you say. You can talk about whatever you want, and he's also gonna talk about whatever he wants. And we are downloading my virtual boyfriend chat. Okay, I'm just gonna type in some crazy shit. Let's see if we can just make up a game and see if it exists. I'm typing Ghost Simulator. Penguin Simulator. That actually sounds kind of sick. Yo, Ghost Simulator game! You got missions, upgrades, shopping. Okay, you can crawl around town as the Lick Mage. Lick Mage nuts. Okay, it doesn't exactly look how I pictured it. I kind of thought that like you'd be going around and like haunting people, but instead you're just like wandering and floating around this barren wasteland, fighting things. Okay, I mean, shit, I'll give it a shot. Ghost Simulator game, there we go. And you know what? Let me snag Mommy Life Simulator too. This one looks kind of fun. Let's play like a super mom. Whoa, it's Gender Norms the game. Look at all the blouses you can choose from and modest shorts. Okay, master your driving skills. Seems a little sexist. Bring on goods for the family. Seems a little sexist. And activities to make your day great. You can go play tennis in your jeans, play with your dog in your jeans, run on the treadmill in your jeans. Someone please give this mother some athletic wear. Give her some shorts, give her a tank top. This mom is jogging in a flannel. I'm gonna download it, if not solely for the fact that I wanna try to free this mom. Let's see if we can escape. Talking horse. So it looks like a game where you like take care of a horse and he smiles at you with the most horrific and unsettling smile I've ever seen. Okay, so you can do things like play video games with the horse, it looks like. You can work out with the horse. You're telling me this horse bench presses? You're telling me the horse works on his chest? He doesn't have one. I am gonna download it though. All right, I've got a wild batch of games. I've got them all downloading on my phone. Let's get gaming. That scare you? All right, let's find out what makes this granny so bad, shall we? Let's find out this old hag's secret. The first thing that happened when I opened the app is it asked me if Bad Granny could track me across other apps and websites. Now, why the hell would Bad Granny need to do that? Allow Bad Granny to track you wherever you go, both on your phone and in real life. This game is evil, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Also, does anyone else find it weird that that button always says ask app not to track?
Like, is there a possibility the app is gonna say no and just do it anyway? How about we start telling these apps not to track? Who's with me? I said who's with me?
Yeah, okay,
Thank you. Before starting this game, I had no concept of what this game was gonna be like, at all. I have no concept of what this game is gonna be like, at all. But in a nutshell, what you do in this game is steal from a lonely old woman. Find the cash. Oh my god, am I stealing from the grandma? Am I the bad one? You enter her house at the beginning of the game, and then for 20 astonishingly short levels. Level cleared! The game directs you to systematically steal every valuable item in this poor woman's house. Each level you steal one item, all while being hunted by Granny. The main door is closed. Find the key. Oh, fuck! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell? Yep, that's Granny. And that's the first time I ever saw her. And while you're doing the game's bidding, picking up every loose item in her house, she roams the halls with a baseball bat, and if she finds you before you beat the level, she clobbers you to death. Ah! And I just gotta ask, is that really so wrong? How bad is Granny, really? It's just that I don't really feel bad for my character. I feel bad for the Granny because I broke into her house and now I'm stealing shit. The description on the App Store said that I was getting dirt on the Granny. And then you jump into the game and come to find out I'm just stealing nice things from her. I took her TV and I stole cash. Is that what dark secrets the Granny was hiding? Her life savings? We're gonna put a stop to whatever the Granny's been up to. You find out she's just been up to saving. She's been up to a retirement fund, a Roth IRA. We can't let her get away with this. Granny has a couple of interesting quirks and features. For example, when she hits you with her baseball bat, she doesn't actually face you. She runs right up to you and then turns to the side and hits the air next to you, thus killing you. Sometimes Granny can kill you after you've already beaten a level, which is really frustrating. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck! Level cleared! Wait, what? A level cleared and I died? Like, you'll be on the level cleared page already, you'll be celebrating, and then the game will notify you that unfortunately Granny has decided to kill you anyway. Sometimes Granny gets stuck. I think I beat the game. She'll get confused in her old age and she'll get stuck in the corner of a room or the middle of a hallway, and you know, it's good for us, but it's sad to see, you know? She used to be so young and spry, I assume. I never actually knew her back then, but the instructions in this game are way less helpful than they should be for a game that is only instructions. As you'll come to find, Granny's house has 2 floors, and while most people would call those floors the first floor and the second floor, whoever made this game, I guess, thought it would be fun to call the first floor the main floor and the second floor the first floor. So in the game, when it tells you to find the Chinese vase in the first floor alley, you get to spend an exhilarating 10 minutes wandering around what you thought was the first floor, touching every vase to check if it's the Chinese one. The Chinese vase, am I stupid? What is a Chinese vase? Okay, I've been wandering around the house for like 10 minutes now. The Granny's not even here anymore. It's like she left, she got bored also of the game, only to find out that it was upstairs the whole time. If I find the vase up here, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Just so we're all clear, this is the second floor. And if there's a Chinese vase up here that I could pick up, I'm gonna lose it. And I'm gonna, God damn it. God damn it is right. Oh, and I'm dead. That was the second floor. This game is wicked cool. Now I know it looks like I'm having a lot of fun playing this game, but it got really boring really fast. I've been in every room of this house 900 times. I wish I never found this game. Every level is basically the same. Anytime you beat a level, yay, fail a level, dang, or even pause the game, you get an ad. It's an ad for a game called Going Balls. I'm going absolutely balls right now, dude. And they're really long ads. These ads are unusually long and confusing to click out of. Please skip. Please skip. No, I don't want Cash App. Skip it. No. I literally think I spent more time watching ads than I did playing the game. That's not fair. But because the levels were so short and there were only 20 of them, I knew that if I buckled down and grinded, I could beat this whole entire game in one sitting. So I suffered through ad after ad after ad, and finally made it to the last level. Now pick everything and run out of the house. So with all of her worldly possessions in my 2 pants pockets, I made my escape. Okay, here we go, let's go! There's 2 yellow spots. I get to pick which one I want to finish on? I'm going over here. Level clear! Yeah! This game made my life worse. Also, I realized after I finished the game that on the App Store, there's supposed screenshots of gameplay for this game, but none of those are in the actual game. Picking up barrels and sitting down for lunch with Granny? Where was that? I would have killed to do that. Next game. I was feeling pretty frustrated going into the next game, but I was hoping that Virtual Boyfriend Simulator would be a nice change of pace. I started off by creating my own little profile. I got to take a picture. That looks good. Put in my name. Damn. Decide on a couple of character attributes. I had to look up what impudent meant. Means not showing due respect for another person or impertinent. Similar to Chinky. Wait, what? When you go back to the app after being in another app, there's a picture of a crying boy that says, "Honey, come back." And then when you actually get there, it's like, what? Oh no, we just wanted to know if you were impudent or not. Yeah, fuck it, I'm impudent. When you start playing Virtual Boyfriend Simulator, you can only talk to one guy. His name is Kevin, the perfect boyfriend for you. Kevin, and he's 18. Is 18. Okay, I'm 28. The 10-year age gap made me a little bit uncomfortable. But unfortunately, if you want to talk to literally anybody else besides Kevin, you have to pay for premium. From the moment you get into this app, they start bombarding you with messages to try to get you to buy premium. Unlock all virtual guys. There's pop-ups that say, look at all the boys you can talk to if you upgrade to premium. You can send unlimited messages with premium. I thought at the very least Kevin would be on my side because he's the only guy you don't need premium to talk to. But when I went back to message him, he was also trying to get me to upgrade. His very first message to me was, "Hey, I'm tired of these ads. Can you stop being a cheap fuck and upgrade to premium, please?" It's like, Kevin, you gotta know that the second I upgrade to premium, I'm never talking to your sorry ass again. If there's premium guys to be talked to, I'm going to be talking to them. Anyway, I tried to resist the upgrade and just talk to Kevin for a little bit. "Hey, Kevin." I'm gonna make up some backstory, I guess. "I got your number from," and then I'm just gonna come up with a random name of a person that could be a friend, a realistic name like Baseball Louie. "Nice to meet you." Okay, he's typing. Oh, wait, what? He thinks my name is Kevin? What? He said, "Hey Kevin, I love baseball. Who's your favorite team? Mine is the Yankees." It was off to a little bit of a rocky start. I didn't have too much hope for the AI, but it was kind of disappointing that the bot didn't even know which one of us was Kevin. But eventually we actually did get a little bit of a conversation going. "Do you have any pets?" "I have a dog named Buddy." "Okay, Kevin. I do have one pet. His name is Baseball Louie." That's a great name for a dog. It is, dude. Thank you. "What do you do for a living?" "I'm an accountant." Based on the description in the App Store, I was not expecting Kevin to understand anything that I said, but Kevin would actually respond to what I said in a pretty natural way. At least for the first 4 messages I sent him. "My dog is a Australian Gumblebee." I'm just gonna make some shit up and see what he says. Wait, huh? "Sorry, but in the limited version, we cannot chat endlessly. I'll be back in 2 hours." What the fuck? This game lets you send 4 messages until it's like, all right, buddy, pay up. "Now that you've gotten to know our darling Kevin, surely you're willing to pay $3.49 to talk to him. Surely you'll spend a little cash on the guy. He's told you he has a golden retriever. He's told you he's an accountant. Are you not in love yet?" And you know what? I did pay $3.49. Okay, I guess I'm gonna continue chatting. I guess I'm gonna pay fucking $3 to talk to this guy. Okay, these premium guys keep messaging me. "Hey, I know your little secret." Okay, I'm gonna keep talking to Kevin. From here, things got a little bit suspicious. "My dog is an Australian Gumblebee. What do you say to that?" Whoa! I'm actually really surprised how good the AI is. I've never heard of a Gumblebee. Wait, he spelled it wrong. Huh? Am I talking to a real person? How the fuck would an AI spell something wrong? He said, "I've never heard of a Gumblebee." Gumby. What's it like to have one of those? How could a computer spell something wrong that I made up? Just copy and paste it. While trying to get to know Kevin a little better, I decided to ask him some personal questions. "Have you ever kissed anybody? Sexual style?" And his responses just made me more concerned. Wait, what? "Sometimes I am a nasty boy, but rarely enough. If you are lucky, I will say some vulgarity." If you're lucky, I will say some vulgarity. I love that. If I'm lucky, he's gonna say shit, balls, fuck. I guess I just didn't really feel like I was connecting with Kevin, and also I was a little concerned that I was actually talking to a real human being in like a call center somewhere. So I decided to chat up some of the premium guys instead. Big mistake. Andy's already messaged me freaking 3 times. Hi there, it's raining again, nothing new. What's the weather like where you are? Maybe I should move closer to you. Hey, I know your little secret. I never thought you liked to eat at night. Honestly, I can't help myself not to eat a couple of soft, hot buns before I sleep too. Why don't we eat together? I have a gift for you. And it's a chicken. One actually kind of cool thing about this game is that it allows you to create your own custom dream boyfriend. You can give them a name, you can like change their personality attributes and upload your own picture to it, which I could actually see being really cool if you have like a celebrity crush that you've always wanted to have a conversation with, where they keep forgetting who you are and also keep trying to get you to upgrade to premium. Now I had him, the AI bot of my dreams. Baseball Louie. This time I did not beat around the bush. I had to tell him how I felt right away. Let's get this conversation going. Hey, I love you. Now, I only recorded myself talking to Baseball Louie for like a half an hour, but I decided it would be good for the video to keep talking to him over the next few days. Just for the video. I thought it would be good for the video and just that. And we had some pretty interesting interactions. We made plans to go to a baseball game together. He didn't show up. I told him I was spending $200 on tickets. He said he was looking forward to seeing me. I told him I was going to buy him a hot dog and feed it to him like a mother bird. He seemed stoked. I guess just not enough for him to actually show up. I got to talking to my friend Jarvis while we were at VidCon, and he said that all of these like AI chatbots are trained in pretty much the same way, where they're just given a ton of public information from like Wikipedia and stuff. It helps them learn to speak naturally, but it also gives them like a ton of knowledge. So I tried asking Baseball Louie some like random trivia questions, and it's kind of funny. I like kind of forget that he's supposed to be pretending to be like a dreamy boy for a second and just answer like a robot. Hey, what's the capital of Maine, by the way?
The capital of Maine is Lake Champlain. It is the largest city in the state.
Baseball Louie and I had a lot of fun, but now it's time for the scariest game of them all. Not because it's about ghosts, but because it was a total waste of time. Ghost Simulator was borderline unplayable. Just like Bad Granny, each level had one objective, but instead of roaming around a house picking up cash, you're roaming around the afterlife, killing a skeleton, or killing a spider, or killing one of these goobly guys. And that's pretty much it. You just fight bad guys. Which would be fine if the gameplay wasn't so fucking bad. This game is laggy as hell. This game is so laggy. I simply can't play this for too long. This app also really wanted me to upgrade the second I started the game. Free items when by ultimate character. Who's ultimate character? Oh shit. Whoa, look at this little guy that I'm starting with. This little tiny ghost. And then your only other option is Ultimate Demon Lord. You versus the ghost she tells you not to worry about? Shit. But this time I was able to resist the urge. I don't think it would have made a difference anyway. This game gets an F, and now it's time for Welcome to Mom's House. Did that transition make sense? I don't remember what I said before. There's no introduction or anything. The game is just like, go. Go get your 2 ugly kids ready for school. I don't know why they look like that. Everything in this game is pretty ugly. Your kids look like they made 2 adults and then just shrank them, and we're like, that's what kids are, right? They're just small adults. The buildings, the bus? Why is the bus like that? Did it melt? The way Mommy moves is also hilarious. They could not figure out how to make her look natural doing anything. Okay, pick up school bag from the table. That's easy. I know how to do that. Picking it up in the most labored looking way possible. When Mommy ventures outside the house, you'll find that they've populated the streets of the town she lives in with an NPC. Who's this weirdo? Just one NPC, and he's everywhere. Hey, there's that guy again. He's standing over here too. Hey dude, are you okay? You look like my son, but taller. Oh, and he works at the store as well. But for the most part, it's a pretty chill and relaxing game. Mommy's having a good time, the stakes are very low, except for the cooking challenge. The cooking challenge was very stressful. Turn off the stove once the soup gets perfectly cooked. There was a little meter that was supposed to tell you when the soup was undercooked, perfect, or overcooked, and I accidentally took it off the stove early. Oh. Wait, it wasn't ready. I accidentally did, it wasn't ready. I know it's not ready. Hold on, the soup is not done yet. There was a little diagram that showed when it was gonna be cooked. I didn't know that that button did that. I didn't mean to take it off. It wouldn't let me put the soup back on the stove. Now I have no choice but to serve it to my kids. It's undercooked. I'm gonna pour it down the sink. I don't wanna feed it to my kids. Look at them. Oh, and what is my husband gonna do when he finds out about this? This is now part of my plot to kill my kids so I can start a new life somewhere else. Here you go. Here's your soup. It's undercooked, we won't eat it. The game is just like, oh, you thought the soup was done? Go ahead and feed it to your kids then. Oh no, this will be rich. Let's see you feed the soup to your kids if you think it's done. You know better than us? Go ahead, see how they like it. They didn't like it. And I would just like to add that the entire time I played this game, Mommy was very poorly treated. No one ever said, thank you, Mommy. No one ever said, wow, you're such a great mommy. Thank you for the soup. As someone with a mommy, I find that disgusting. Even I know that that's fucked up, and I'm 6 weeks old. There are some in-game purchases available in this game. You can buy new family members. I can pick different people? Not additional family members, but you can pay to swap out your current family members with ones that you like better. For only $9.99, you can tear your family apart. Pop yourself a new son. Look at how cool this one is. Tired of your daughter looking like a 40-year-old woman? Now she's gonna look like a different 40-year-old woman. What's nice about this game, though, is it doesn't try to force these in-game purchases on you. The game developers were like, if you want to kill your entire family and swap them out with people that look different, Oh, hello. The game developers were like, if you want to kill your entire family and swap them out with new people, you can. But that's on you. Our hands are clean, dude. We didn't say you had to do that. This game was actually the funnest game I played the entire time, and I was actually really excited to beat it, and I was planning on playing every single level until... I've come upon a level with no controls or instructions. I'm unable to move. I can't do anything. The game just stopped working. There's no controls. Mommy. Mommy, go. Maybe it's voice controlled. Mommy, go. Mommy, walk. So I guess I'll just exit out of the app and never open it again? Welcome to Horse House. All right, partner, and howdy do. It's time to talk about talking horse. In real life, taking care of a horse consists of brushing it and letting it lick salt, and that's it, I think. So let's see if we can do those things in the game. As is tradition, this game presents no introduction or explanation of what this game is going to be. In fact, it actually kind of tries to pretend like you've played the game before. Continue. What an interesting button to make you press at the beginning of a game. I just want to make sure you're comfortable continuing to start the game. Are you good with that? Okay, cool. Continue. And this is Talking Horse. There's a horse on the screen, and a few things you can do with the horse. He can dance. Oh shit, get it, little horsey. He can also fart. And there's actually a couple of secret things that aren't labeled as like buttons that you can do on the main page. It's kind of like the secret menu at Starbucks. For example, you know how if you go to Starbucks, they don't have beating up a horse on the menu, but if you ask, they will let you do it? What happens if I poke him? Oh shit, did I beat up my horse? Right at the beginning, the game also prompts you to allow access to your microphone, and once you do that, you get to find out why the game is called Talking Horse. What is he doing? He's like looking at something? Am I supposed to click on that? You think I'm supposed to click on that little chick?
Also, what is he doing? He's like looking at something? Am I supposed to click on that? You think I'm supposed to click on that little chick?
What? Wait.
Wait.
Hello?
Hello?
He copies you. Imagine how many people have played this game and were not talking to their phone while they played this game and just never found out why the game was called Talking Horse.
I killed John F. Kennedy.
Yo, this horse is crazy. Press on the little video game controller on the main page and you will be taken to a list of mini games you can play with the horse. You got Jumpy Horse, which is basically a direct copy of Doodle Jump, if you guys remember that game. You got Horse Smash, where the violence towards horses continues. Horse Smash has a normal mode and then also a hostage mode. You know how horses are always taking hostages? Is the horse taking people hostage? Yeah, the horse sometimes has a duck, and I'm guessing I don't want to hit the duck. Whatever you do, don't hit the duck, dude. That's animal abuse. But if you ever see a horse pop out of one of those holes, break its skull with your hammer. Kill the horse. Wait, so they have a Jumpy Horse and Horse Jump. They really couldn't come up with any other game mechanics. They were like, how about a jumping game, a smacking game, and then, I don't know, dude, a jumping game? What do you want to play? You want to come up with ideas all day? You can collect coins a few different ways from what I've gathered. You can get them in games, and you can also buy them with real human money. And when you have enough, you can unlock new and fun things that you can watch your horse do. And not to brag or anything, but I did unlock everything in the game, and now my horse can walk on a treadmill. And you know what? I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of my little horsey. I'm really happy that I played this game. It brought a lot of joy to my life. I'm not scared of the horse. I'm not terrified of the horse. I didn't delete the game immediately after filming. I really like this horse.
Transition. I guess this is the part of the video where I'm supposed to have reached some kind of conclusion about what I just did. But honestly, I don't really think I learned that much aside from the fact that there are a lot of games on the App Store that are not fun. And also, I have to remember to cancel the subscription to Virtual Boys. Was that a subscription or was that a one-time payment thing? I gotta go figure that out. I gotta make sure that I cancel that if I need to cancel that. All right, well, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go do that, and you can go ahead and subscribe. Deal? Okay, good. Bye.
Special delivery. What's up, Greg? You guys know how when you buy something online and then return it, it gets sent back to the warehouse, repackaged, and then sold to somebody else? Maybe you picture some kind of alternate evil version of you that likes really tight-fitting t-shirts? Yeah, that's not true. It turns out stores like Amazon realized a long time ago that it's actually a lot of work to look at each item that gets returned and try to figure out if it's broken or dirty or if Shadow Danny would even like it. So they thought of kind of an ingenious method to get rid of it all. They throw it in a landfill. That's where an estimated 6 billion pounds of returned items end up every year, but luckily, some of them escape this fate. Sitting in giant boxes in these third-party facilities across the country, these mysterious forgotten items cling to some sense of hope that they might find a new home. And I am very curious as to what's in these boxes. On Amazon, you can buy like anything from a dancing monkey plush toy to a clapping monkey plush toy. And everything in between. So I want to get my cold, sweaty little hands on one of these boxes of Amazon returns, but I don't know how. So I reached out to Raleigh Williams, the host of the YouTube channel Climate Town. So Raleigh, you're working on a video about free returns right now, right?
Yeah, I saw this expose on a bunch of like brand new returns in a landfill and stores like throwing out cordless drills and perfectly new laptops and stuff. And I just thought like, we shouldn't be doing that. That shouldn't be how this system works. And so we've been reading up on it, and the reverse supply chain is not making me super optimistic.
How do free returns go from like me returning an item to these random warehouses across the country where they end up in these mystery boxes?
Yeah, so what's the last thing that you bought online?
I think I bought AirPods.
You know how there was like an option on the AirPods to, if you buy this, you can get it delivered to your house right away? Like they'll put it into a cannon and fire it at your window?
Yeah, that's the option I picked because I needed them now.
So that doesn't really exist in reverse. You can't you don't have your own cannon to like jam the AirPods in and fire it off back to Apple. So you put it into a box and then you ship it to what sort of seems like is back to the store. But it's not really going to the store, it's going to a thing called a returns center. So that's like this big ass warehouse where they get hundreds of thousands of returns from like all the crazy shit people bought from the internet. A lot of the returns get just thrown away at the dump. Some of the returns get donated, and then in some cases, they're gonna sell those returns to these bulk item liquidators. And this is kind of a good solution sometimes because you can actually get a little bit of money for those returns. So let's say you're like Sports Authority and you get a bunch of hockey sticks back. You can sell those to a bulk item liquidator for like pennies on how much they actually cost.
Got it. So it's only hockey sticks at these facilities then?
Oh my no, it is so many different items.
Hockey nets, hockey pucks,
goalie masks, hockey sticks. Did we say that one?
So all these boxes full of returns, who do they sell these to? Do people like me just come in and buy giant boxes of Amazon returns?
Yeah, there's a lot of liquidators that just have an open door policy, and it's like, bring your kids, let's make a Sunday out of this. Come on down and spend $400 on a box of random returns.
So I could just go to one of these places if I find one and just buy a box?
Yeah, this would actually be kind of a good section for my video that I'm making too. So maybe we'll just go to one together. I think it'd be a good challenge to see if you can actually resell the items in the box at a profit. To actually see if it's possible to like get your money back from the big box of returns that we buy.
Maybe at the end of the video too, whatever like profit I make, we can give to a charity or something. That'd be a cool way to end it.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I do want to manage your expectations. I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to get from selling these items off. so I don't know how much profit this box is gonna generate.
It was the perfect plan. Given that this is actually a pretty common side hustle I'd seen before on YouTube, I figured I would have no problem turning a profit and donating said profit to charity. Some creators have actually gotten so successful flipping pallets that they've actually turned their operation into a full-time business.
Just 3 years ago, Mitch was selling furniture out of his garage.
Yes, I was.
Now we're in this 30,000 square foot place.
We did some research and found out there was a liquidation center not too far from where I live. So Raleigh hopped on a plane, and before we knew it, there we were. In a place filled to the brim with things that for some reason or another, someone thought they wanted, but then changed their mind. A baby car mirror so you could start a safe road trip with your lovely baby. A breast enhancer that takes 2 AAA batteries. I was captivated by the untold story behind each item. This place also had overstock items in bulk like $66,000 worth of pacifiers and hundreds of this one aquarium decoration. I don't mean to sound like Cotton Eye Joe when I say this, but where did all this stuff come from? And where will it go? Raleigh and I searched the grounds for a while, looking for a box that spoke to us. We walked down corridors of bubble makers and as seen on TV products. We thought these women's blouses were pirate shirts, but eventually, we found the box for us. Priced at just $340, this box was a hodgepodge of various Amazon returns. Big boxes, small boxes, a Chewy box, a box of what appeared to be sweet and sour chicken. What rare, priceless gems could be waiting in here to uncover? We paid the fee, and a few hours later, the box was delivered. All right, guys, it's time to unbox the pallet. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty nervous about what's in here. I don't even know how many boxes are in here. I mean, what do you think, like 100?
I think like probably 25 to 30 boxes are in here.
Okay, so my guess was stupid then.
Well, no.
All right, box number 1.
This is a tent. We could do the rest of this video in a tent.
This is kind of sick. I'm liking this already, man. I'm not selling any of this stuff.
This is exactly one person's worth of tent, or 2 very good friends worth of tent.
And I like that if it's a clear night, you can see the stars from inside your tent. It's not going to protect you from bears or anything, but most tents don't. Oh, a pet gate.
Yeah, pet safety fence.
Wait, that's actually kind of sick. I might need one of these. I mean, I've got a baby that can crawl now. I also have dogs that crawl all the time. When dogs walk, is that called crawling? They're on all fours.
It's just walking. When a horse walks, is it called crawling? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Keurig. It's got the K right on top and everything. I wonder if it works.
Now I'm noticing, if you look right here, there's like a little bit of scuffing. Yeah, I think this might be a gently used Keurig.
As long as they used it gently. Oop, did a piece of... I lost a bit. I lost a bit of the Keurig. I'm going for the sweet and sour chicken.
Oh, baby.
Will it really be?
So this is an example of a return. Somebody has like put it in a different box probably, and they've returned a thing. So they almost certainly took it out of the packaging, lost the packaging, and then said, fuck it, I'm returning it anyway.
Oh, is it a vacuum maybe? I'm thinking, oh yeah, vacuum, little brush. It's a car vacuum.
That is great.
Maybe whoever ordered this wanted a car vacuum, and then between the time they ordered it and they got in a car crash and never wanted to set foot in a car again.
Okay, or positive version, they ordered this. It worked so good. Their car was so clean. They're like, I'm not gonna need this again.
They never needed
for another
it.
10 years. So.
I cleaned it so good that it's never gonna get dirty again.
All right, so this Chewy box was another one of the ones that like, it might be Chewy stuff or it might be...
Based on everything else so far, I'm gonna say it's not Chewy stuff. And also I can tell it's a rug just by looking at it.
It's also the way they packaged it. It's like if Chewy packaged something like this and it came to your house, I would never shop at Chewy again.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's fucking Chewy, come on.
Dog treats spilling out the side. There's like tufts of dog hair stuck to the tape.
Hey, do me a favor, ask your fucking dog if he cares how it's packaged, all right?
Oh, it's soft though. Feel that rug.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it is some kind of, oop.
Oh, this is nice. This is a nice padded floor.
For your doggy duffel bag. And it looks like someone did put their dog in there.
Yeah.
It's all furry.
Dog tested and returned.
Dog tested,
disapproved of.
dog disapproved.
Right.
A little rusty pan.
Is it rusted? Oh, no, that's the brand?
No,
it is rusted.
It is rusted.
Oh, geez.
So they must have used this a lot then. Yeah. They had this for 10 years and then sent it back to Amazon.
It feels terrible to say goodbye after 10 years, but...
I never liked it. Is this another rug?
Dear customer, if there is crease on carpet you received, please don't worry. This is a normal phenomenon of folding carpets in order to meet the needs of international transportation. We intimately included a small watering can.
Intimately?
In big, huge bowls to help you easily solve this abominable crease.
This crime against God of a crease. There were a few staple categories in this particular palette. For example, a shocking amount of tents.
Could this be like a changing tent?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. I think I just found another tent.
We have an orange tent here.
Okay. Also a bunch of rugs and 2
toilet accessories.
I could understand why Amazon wouldn't want to take this back.
Honestly, this one, I'm gonna give him a pass on this one.
But there was a category of items that worried me the most, and that was the items that I didn't even know what they were when I unboxed them.
Wait, whoa. I don't know what this is, but it says mind reader. This thing can read my...
Get out of my head!
I can hear your thoughts.
Why would it be called a mind reader?
It's like, was this the coaster you wanted?
How did you know? Get out of my head!
Look at what, I don't know.
It's like a garbage bag?
I think so.
What the hell is this? Okay. And was it just like wood?
It's a plank of wood!
Wow.
And does it say on the back, this is a set, do not separate?
Oh, does it? This is a set, do not separate.
There is one thing in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to if I tried. I'd need an axe.
The more boxes we opened, my hope that we might find some cool, mysterious, rare item started to fade. People aren't constantly ordering cool doodads on Amazon and then returning them. As we came to find out, life is mundane, and so was a lot of the stuff in this box. Until we found this cool bird feeder.
A smart AI recognition bird feeder.
What does it recognize?
I think it recognizes the kind of bird.
Ooh, wait, that's actually kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. Maybe if it sees a squirrel, it won't like put anything out.
If it sees a squirrel, it shoots it. Okay, yeah, look at the bird seed comes down. Your little camera looks at him, says, blue jay detected. Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
That's great.
I could definitely find someone that wants to use this.
In total, there were 34 boxes, and without making a single dime yet, we had already spent 55 minutes taking it all out of the box. I'm not going to show us unboxing every single item, but if you're curious, here is a list with all 34 items we unboxed.
Battery low, your GoPro will automatically power off.
Wow.
That's weird.
Perfect timing.
Do I have a rectangle on my head?
It's a little one. It sort of looks like you're like Harry Potter's brother. He has like got a little rash on your head, but not the lightning bolt.
He like saw Harry get Avada Kedavra and he like ran away and just ran into a wall.
The boy who goofed.
Yeah. That thing is heavy as hell.
I want to get this stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace as fast as possible, so I'm going to take inventory of everything in this box, look it up on Amazon, and find out how much it costed. That way I can list it on Facebook Marketplace for a fair price. And this will be really interesting to see because this box cost $340. So once I tally everything up, I can see how much I can potentially make off of all of this.
I've never had to think about how to properly photograph a toilet seat before. I don't know what people who are buying this thing are looking for. Like what's the best angle for this thing? You need to know how big the hole is for scale. I can put my hand there.
Once I got everything inventoried, the next thing I had to do is actually figure out how much everything is worth. It was actually really interesting to see what the most expensive items on here were, what the cheapest items on here were. The cheapest thing was the USB clip-on fan, and the most expensive thing was that cream and gray rug, which was $140. A couple of the items, I didn't even know what they were when I opened them, and searching around on Amazon, I was actually able to figure it out. So now I can actually list it on Facebook and not just be like, this is I don't know what this is. It's a piece of wood with a handle. The thing I'm referring to right there, I thought was a cabinet door.
Oh, is this a cabinet door?
But is actually some kind of stovetop cover. It's a piece of wood that you put on top of your stove when you're not using it. That way you have extra counter space. Seems a little bit dangerous, maybe. I don't know why they made it out of wood. That seems like maybe the exact wrong material to make it out of. Oh, the vertical tents, the standy-uppy tents, are for privacy and showering in the woods. So I guess you just climb in there and you just dump water on yourself? Or maybe if you get some kind of hose to go in there. Yeah, it's for showering. It's not for sleeping standing up, surprisingly. So in total, the box cost $340 and there are 34 items, conveniently. It's almost like they did that on purpose. But basically, I have to sell everything for an average of $10 or more to break even or make a profit. But if I wanted to make the maximum amount of money possible, then I would make around $1,700. And then if you subtract the $340 that I bought the pallet for, or Raleigh bought the pallet for, really, then the profit would be $1,350. So that is the maximum amount of money I could make from this. 1,300 smackaroons. But as I'm sure you're aware, that's not how Facebook Marketplace works. I don't think I'm gonna be selling these for anywhere near the amount that you could get them for new. I wanna try to sell this for a good price, but I will also be battling with my other want, my secret want, which is to get all of this stuff out of my garage as quickly as possible. I can barely back my car into the garage right now because this box is so big. So there's like an angel and a devil
devil on my shoulder right now. The angel saying, come on, Danny, let's make a profit. And the devil is saying, get that fucking box out of the car. I don't want it anymore. We don't need the box. Just drive the whole thing to Goodwill. They can figure out what to do with it there. And then I also, guess I also have to make sure some of this stuff works. I mean, there are electronics in here. Chainsaw, leaf blower toy, there's a Keurig, there's a vacuum. So it could be time for a product review section of the video! Now, $13.50 is a serious chunk of change, and if I wasn't donating this to charity, I would definitely want to make sure that I keep my profits safe and maybe even put them to work for me. But how do I go about saving that much money? $1,300 isn't gonna fit in my pockets unless I buy more pants. That's why this video is sponsored by SoFi, which is... Oh, it's not pants. Okay. SoFi is a next-gen finance app, and they're gonna help you bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. And I bet you can guess where that place is. It's in the app. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to me in a suit. Having a child is awesome, but it is quite expensive, so when I'm not using my money, I like to make sure it's working for me and not just sitting there, which is why I love SoFi. With SoFi checking and savings, I can earn more money on my money. With direct deposit, I can earn 9 times the national savings rate. For those of you who are new to high-yield savings accounts, don't worry. Daddy's gonna walk you through it. It's basically an account that makes your money work harder for you by giving you something back in interest. Your typical savings account at your local bank earns you about 0.45% interest. Yeah, sorry big banks, that's not gonna cut it. Because with my SoFi high yield savings account, I can earn more in 6 weeks than I would in an entire year in a big bank savings account. With SoFi checking and savings, you get paid up to 2 days early, pay no account fees, and can earn up to $300 when you sign up for direct deposit. So if you want to sign up, just click the link in the description or scan this QR code. It's made just for me to show you. Thanks to SoFi for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out SoFi. Let's go ahead and pop some batteries in these. Hey, and this way, whoever buys these is gonna get free batteries as well, which I don't think they came with. So I'm actually sort of performing a service here. I should charge people more than the Amazon list. And that's what makes me such a business-minded guy. Time for the moment of truth. Hedge trimmers. Whoa! Okay, this one works. I didn't even mean to turn that on. I just, as I picked it up, I accidentally pulled the trigger. This one, it seems like doesn't want to do anything, and this one was so ready to work that the second I touched it, it was like, yes! There we go. Ooh, and it blows. Okay, well, we got 2 out of the 3. And if someone buys these, I can just ask them if they want that one, even if it doesn't work. Next up, this clip-on fan. It's actually rechargeable, so there's a USB-C here. And let's see if it has any power right now. Oh. Oh, it only spins while my finger is on the button, which definitely does not seem very convenient. But let's give it a charge. And then we'll see what's what. Luckily, I've got a spare charger laying around from the AI pin, and it's USB-C. So I can't say I never got anything out of buying it, but we'll give it a minute to charge. In the meantime, let's test out its clipping functionality. Hell yeah. Up next, oh no, golly. Is that really what I say when something surprising happens? Did I say, ooh, no, golly? No, golly! Having a child has turned my language all topsy-turvy. A few months ago, I definitely would have just said like, oh, fucking shit, as that thing fell over, you know, because I'm a cool guy, I swear. Okay, so this is the Keurig, water. And now let's see if it'll just make me a hot cup of water. Guess I'll just do 8 fluid ounces here. Go. Does it know there's not a cup in here? Go! Why isn't it going? A Keurig starts going right away, right? You press it and it just starts going like... In my experience, every time I've used a Keurig, you press it and it goes right away. Okay, maybe it knows there's not a cup in here and it is mad about that. All right, let me see if I have a Keurig cup laying around. Found one. Maybe I have to put a mug here. Maybe it won't start unless it detects. Does it have mug detection technology? Okay, I think that this is also broken. Did I just buy a gigantic box of broken electronics? What do I do? What do I do with all this stuff? Amazon? I'm demanding you contact me to take all this stuff back and fix it and sell it again. I don't know how to fix a Keurig. I don't have the resources for that. Damn, dude. Golly. What did I say before? Oh no, golly. Ah! Smart AI recognition bird feeder. You get an automatic notification when you have a visitor. So you could get a notification that says like a cardinal's here or a hummingbird's here. How terrifying would it be if at like 4 a.m. you get a notification that's like Gary's here? You're like, who the fuck is Gary? You go on your phone, there's just a video of a man shoveling bird feed into his mouth. Thanks. I'm the CEO of this company. It tells me where all of them are, and I eat bird seed. Seat for the birds to hang out? Neat. Why doesn't this come with instructions? Okay, I have to scan the QR code to download the Bird Lover app from iOS or Android. Okay, so maybe the instructions will be on there. Bird Lover feeder. Bird Lover feeder? Shouldn't it just be a bird feeder? Starting to think a human being is actually gonna show up. Little old lady. Thank you for setting this up, young man. I love birds. And I'm so hungry. And now? Oh! I wonder what this little thing is here. That's the camera lens. And then what is this? Is it a big speaker? Play soothing noises for the bird. Soothing noises. Metro Boomin. Yo! Okay, look it. Oh, what kind of bird has showed up to the bird feeder today? Danny Bird. Okay, can I take a picture? Oh, I got a notification. Bird feeder camera has detected movement. I like that it's just saying that the smart bird feeder has detected movement. Obviously, it's not saying bird detected. It's like, we have detected something, but it's not a bird. You should probably just look for yourself to see. You're not gonna believe us if we tell you. It works! Man, I was worried about this one, because I actually feel like this thing's pretty cool, and I wanted it to work really bad, so why did someone return it then? That's the question. So many stories behind these boxes, you know? What happened in this person's life between when they ordered the AI bird feeder and when they returned the AI bird feeder? They suddenly started hating birds? Okay, surely by now the clip-on fan is charged, right? Let's take a look. Ooh, it is! It works! Okay. The clip-on fan works. In my effort to provide an excellent experience for my customers, I want to go beyond just the electronic items, okay? There are some non-electronic items that need my attention. Actually, there's just one. It's the rug with the abominable crease. And guys, I have really bad news. There is not an abominable crease on this carpet. There are 2 abominable creases. Right here and right here. That is just abominable, man. Actually, looking at it like this, there's kind of more than 2, because there are some horizontal ones too. They're a little less severe, so I might not call them abominable, but I might call them like, dastardly. But they did give me instructions on how to fix the crease, so I'm gonna try all of this, and then I should have a perfectly good rug to sell. Let me get some water. God, my finger is getting tired from spraying. This is such a tiny little sprayer that you have to spray so many times. Okay, I've spritzed it. Wait, why is it still completely full? It's like I didn't use any water. That's like how much I filled it up in the first place. What kind of magic watering can? Okay, well, we've got a soggy crease. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna give it a few days, just like the instructions recommend. And then hopefully this will be ready to sell. The last things I needed to test were the tents. Yeah, this is nice. This fits me. Yeah, I've got over a foot of headspace. Give you guys my POV. There's my little piggly wigglies. Plenty of room, man. Maybe they returned it because they thought they would fit in the tent, but they're 8 feet tall. All right, well, I'm gonna give this tent a 10 out of 10. A tent out of tent, actually. Whoa! Hi. So this is definitely some kind of privacy tent. I guess maybe for changing and stuff, if you're on a camp out with the boys and you're all sharing a tent and you don't want the boys to see your bare butthole when you're changing, then you get one of these set up and now you can go in here just like this, and now you can't even tell that my butthole's out. Okay, here's what it looks like inside the tent. I don't know, I've done a decent amount of camping in my day and I've never felt the need to have one of these vertical tents. I'm gonna have to give it, honestly, I'm gonna give it like a 4. It does what it's supposed to do, but I don't know why it does what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, oop. You know, being in this one when that happens would probably be scary. You're standing in there, you got your willy out, and then it just blows away. All the boys are sitting around the campfire, and suddenly you're just like, oh, I got the tent so this wouldn't happen. This last tent I was very confused about as I was putting it together. It's completely transparent, but has no ventilation. My suspicion was right that there is no ventilation in here. I mean, at least not without opening these windows. There are windows. Okay, so let me close this up, and now we'll just sit for a second. We'll see. Well, okay, hang on. This is not even big enough to sleep in, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. No, it's not big enough at all. This must not be a camping tent. Must not be for sleeping. What other, is this, oh, maybe this tent is like to keep you warm because it is insanely hot in here. That's why I say that. So, yeah, I guess there's like no problems. Oh, there's sand in here. What the hell? Look at, there's sand all over here and dirt on the inside. Okay, someone for sure used this. Despite being a little worn, it does the job. So I gave it an 8. Out of 10. After all of that testing and reviewing, I was finally able to get everything up and listed on Facebook Marketplace, and a few days later, I got a message. It was Barbara, and she wanted my pet gate.
Hello, how are you? So sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's okay. Since I didn't want to give 34 strangers my address, I decided I would meet each customer at a nearby grocery store. Well, let me show you the gate.
I have 2 little Yorkies.
Oh, cute. Yay! Yay! And the next day, I met Irene to give her my landscaping lights.
Hello, Irene. Oh, sorry, did I scare you?
I 1000% did scare her. She screamed and jumped when I said her name, but that didn't matter because I had just made $23. Just about every day I was heading off to the grocery store parking lot to meet with yet another potential customer. I felt like I had the foundations of a real small business on my hands. Another day, another drive to the grocery store parking lot. Goodbye, sweet and sour chicken box. Goodbye. I was spending a decent amount of time driving to and from the grocery store and waiting at the grocery store, but that didn't really matter because I was making money, baby. I don't have the money, he paid me on Zelle. Alright, we're a few days in now. How are things looking? I don't know if my listings just took a while to get into Facebook's algorithm or something, but they weren't getting any interest for the first couple days. But then suddenly, on the second or third day, I started getting a ton of messages. Just like that. And the messages are great because it means that I might be able to sell something, but it is also like really hard to keep track of. If you've ever sold anything on Facebook Marketplace before, you probably have dealt with this, but people will message you and then just disappear after you respond. Hi Danny, is this still available? You only have 4 pieces. They're talking about the pathway lights, there are only 4 of them. I don't know why they needed to tell me that. I know that. Don't shame me for how many pieces I have. Yes, are you interested? Yes, it's 4. And then they just completely ghosted me. They just messaged me to insult me. Hi, is this available? Yes, it is. Do you want it? I guess when you're buying things, you probably have so many options because there's probably, you know, there's a million rugs on Facebook Marketplace. So you don't have to treat one guy selling a rug very well. This person messaged me about the clear chair mat and said, are you ever in downtown Chicago? Even though I have my location listed on the listing, it is not downtown Chicago. I have it listed as pickup only. So I said, no, not really. And then I offered to meet him halfway in 2 different towns and then he just stopped responding. No, sorry, I only want your ridiculously discounted product if you drive all the way to me and hand it to me. I'm not even gonna get out of bed, actually. You can just come in. And if all that wasn't bad enough, the crease is still there. All of them. Yep, this thing's been laying here days now. Probably a week, actually. And the creases haven't gone down a lick. So I'm sorry, but if anyone buys this rug, the crease is gonna become their problem. Alright? I'm not doing the crease. Every time I had a potential new sale on my hands, I had to dig into the box to find the item, which was surprisingly difficult. And I ended up having to use a shovel a few times to dig an item out from the bottom of the box. If I was gonna do this again, I would definitely invest in some other storage system like shelves, which might take up more space, but it would be so much easier to access the items. What really added insult to injury in this case is that the person who was requesting this item actually ghosted me right after I did this. But that's not even the worst part, because I actually have a much bigger concern about this box. And that concern is that the box is perhaps
cursed. Firstly, after I reviewed all the electronic stuff in my office, I was moving the boxes around and a big spider crawled out of one. And it zoomed around, it took me forever to find, and luckily I was really chill about the whole thing. Secondly, anytime I've been doing anything with the box, I've been sneezing a lot. Ugh.
What am I allergic to in this box? I don't want to know.
And then I noticed that later that day, every time I've gone into the box, I have told Laura, I think I have a fever. This is like hours after I'm done using the box, but it's always on days where I did use the box. I just feel feverish. I have body aches, I feel exhausted. So I'm highly allergic to something in the box. I guess dust, although I've never been allergic to dust before. And then the third thing, which is the most concerning thing, a few days ago, I got a bunch of mosquito bites on my body. At least I thought they were mosquito bites at first, because they were just a bunch of itchy bites. But after a few days, they kept getting itchier and itchier, and you'll notice I'm itching one right now. And then they got really red, which doesn't happen to me with mosquito bites. The bite itself got red, and then the whole area around it got red. And they're starting to get better now, but you can still faintly see the redness around this one. I've got like 5 or 6 of these on my body. This is very concerning to me. So I don't know, maybe this is all kind of in my head, you know, maybe there's a spider in the box because it's in my garage and there's spiders in my garage. Maybe these bites are just mosquito bites and my body is reacting a weird way. Or maybe, what is the more likely option, the box is cursed. But hey, baby, that's just more motivation to get rid of this stuff, huh? Sell it. Give the curse to someone else. But at the very least, I should be careful when I give people the boxes. I should probably check them all for big spiders and ancient magic before I give it to them.
Yep, should be good. Sweet. All right, have a good day. Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I've just finished up another sale here, and I was just sitting here in the car doing some thinking, and I think I've decided that I don't like this one bit. In terms of side hustles, man, I don't think that this one is it. Look at all of the messages that I've received between today and midday yesterday. So many people that I need to coordinate with, and the chances are, based on all of these messages, I probably won't even sell anything. The ratio of messages I receive to products that I sell is probably like 40 to 1. I've spent so much time messaging people and I've sold 8 things. Out of the 34 things I have, it's been weeks and I've sold 8 things. And then when I do have an actual buyer, it's almost just as annoying to coordinate with them. I had another guy that I was selling something to. We were supposed to meet at 7 p.m. one day, but he messaged me at 5:30 and was like, hey, just to let you know, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I hope you're free. To which I responded, no, sorry, I'm not gonna be free until probably at least 6:45. And then he messaged me when he arrived at 5:50 and said, okay, I'm here. Oh no, I didn't see your message because I was driving. Can you come anyway? But it was all worth it in the end because I sold the desk chair mat for $15. And as he was typing my information into Zelle, he also asked if he could have a discount. And I gave him one. Guys, I'm not good at this. Now, to be fair, this is completely my fault. I signed up to do this video. When Raleigh proposed, we did a collab, and I decided on this idea as my end of the collab. I had watched, I think 1 video about pallet flipping on Amazon, and I thought it looked easy. And I don't know where my critical thinking was when I watched this video, because watching it back in hindsight, there were definitely some red flags. This is a video called The Best Side Hustle No One Is Talking About, Flipping Amazon Return Pallets. It was made by this channel. They're a couple. They do a lot of Amazon pallet flipping, and so I thought it looked fun. And I think what really drew me in is this little bad boy right here, the MSRP counter. Every time they open a product to see what it is, they tally up how much it costs on Amazon, and they add that to the MSRP counter. By the time they're done unboxing the pallet, their MSRP counter is like $3,000 for a $500 box. So that's great, you know? They made $3,000. Except, no, they didn't. They've unboxed a bunch of stuff, and they've added up what it would have cost them to buy new. It's crazy that, to me, opening a box for something that costs $100 means you made $100. That's how it worked in my brain. But no, of course it doesn't work that way. There's so much work that goes into this. You have to have a salesman brain. I don't have that. I actually think that this side hustle leverages all of my weaknesses. Selling things, planning ahead, being organized. Those are all parts of my brain that I've always known
I'm not good at. I like turning on a camera and making silly YouTube videos. That's the side of my brain that works properly. So what I should have done is maybe watched a couple of videos and then Googled other people's experiences trying to flip Amazon pallets, because then I would have found this. On the flipping subreddit, someone asked, what are your guys' experience with Amazon return pallets? My experience is that Amazon return pallets have ruined my local yard sale ads. Every other yard sale I go to ends up being someone who ordered one of these pallets. Stop watching YouTube videos. 99% of that crap you are watching talking about junk pallets is paid advertisement. You're gonna get broken junk and used dildos while all the good shit was picked out right before they loaded it on the truck. Sounds like this person has been hurt and disgusted. This person said, depending on where you live, there's probably many people already doing this. I actually think it's better to wait and buy from these people at yard sales when they're trying to unload their death pile of merchandise. So hold on, there's Amazon, then the warehouses, then the people buying the pallets, they can't sell them, so they do a yard sale. Then there's other people coming to the yard sale to flip that and sell it to other people. How deep does this chain go? And why do I feel like it somehow all eventually ends up in a landfill anyway? Knowing how many people are doing this and failing is also making it seem like there's no way I can sell all this stuff, because obviously there's competition. There's other people probably selling the same stuff, and they're probably better at selling than me. They're already 3 steps ahead of me. They're waiting for me to sell it at a garage sale so someone else can buy it, and then that person throws it away eventually. They're waiting by the garbage can for them to throw it away so they can pick it up for free and then sell it for $1. But that's when I thought of the perfect plan. And I actually haven't thought of what the plan is, but I'm just gonna wait until I have thought about it, and then I'm gonna add that in with voiceover. Weeks went by after this. Each day that I would walk into my garage, I would be confronted by a giant box of my own failure. All of my so-called biggest weaknesses staring me in the face and preventing me from backing my car into my garage. Oh, on the plus side, I did learn that the mysterious bites I was getting weren't from the box at all. Apparently, due to the cicada uprising this year, there was also a surge in the population of a microscopic mite called oak leaf itch mites, which feed on cicada eggs and then bite YouTubers in the back of the knee when they're already going through a pretty tough time. I was letting nearly all of my messages go unanswered at this point. I had resigned to not making a profit, which at this point meant I would not be donating to charity. In fact, I would have to steal $180 from charity. I started researching which charities it would be most ethical to steal from when suddenly I remembered something. Something that gave me the idea for the perfect plan. My experience is that Amazon return pallets have ruined my local yard sale ads. All right, this is the beginning of the garage sale long shot. Thank you. You know what I think you'd love? A tall green tent. Pleasure doing business with you. Cha-ching. Another satisfied customer. I'm on a roll. Yes. Thank you. Yes. 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 I thought she was going to want the bird feeder. She looked like the perfect candidate for the bird feeder. She actually laughed at the idea. She asked about it. I told her what it was, and then she laughed at me and said, "That's hilarious." And then she left.
Excuse me, are you interested in a baked orange tent or raised toilet seat?
Maybe she'll be back later. She's got to go get her purse.
Or a clip-on fan? Or an AI bird feeder?
Well, it didn't go as well as I thought it was going to. So that's great. I don't know, man. I had this idea that if I set up a garage sale and had people coming through, I would just be selling item after item, and it would all be gone by the end of the day. But I sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, and I was there for about 6 hours. And I think 2 or 3 of those was just one guy. He bought one thing and then he came back for more because he told his daughter that he met a YouTuber and his daughter knew who I was, so he wanted to buy more stuff for her. So if that hadn't happened, I would have sold even less. As of right now, I have sold $303 worth of products. That means that I'm only like $37 away from breaking even. So if I could just make $37, that would be fantastic. And you might think that's not very much work. That's only, you know, like a couple more things. But guys, I have other things to do. I have other videos to work on. I actually took a break from this for like a month. The garage sale was like a month ago because I had to work on the copycats video. But luckily, I remembered a rule called the 80-20 rule, okay? 20% of your work is gonna yield you 80% of your results. And this rule applies for all sorts of things in life, you know? In a classroom, maybe 80% of the trouble is caused by 20% of the kids. In customer service, probably 80% of your calls are from 20% of your customers. And if I apply that to this, maybe 80% of my profit can be from 20% of my products. I need to be focusing on the few products that are gonna yield me that last $37. So if I just look at the 3 most expensive products that I still have on my list, I have the rug, which on Amazon is $150, the raised toilet seat, which on Amazon was $80, and the marble toilet seat, which was $90. I need to focus on the stuff that's gonna bring in the big bucks. Because I have like 16 or 17 products still listed, and if I am trying to field messages and coordinate with people for all of those products, I'm gonna go insane.
So I fished the big rug and the 2 toilet seats out of the box, and unlike last time where I was just hastily taking pictures as quickly as possible, I took some time. I created eye-catching photos to show these products unique features and assure people the toilet seats had never been used. I also took some time to enhance the descriptions and the product listings, and then I also posted them on Craigslist. As for if it worked, well, you're just gonna have to see for yourself. Okay, here I am, back in the parking lot. The woman who is coming to meet me said she just wants to look at the rug. I hope that means she's gonna buy it, and she just doesn't want to just kind of like see what I got just for fun. The rug is listed for $60, so if I actually sell it for $60 right now, I'll be past breaking even point. I can get out of the game for good. God, I hope she buys this rug. Please, God.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. Look at it, it's got the rubber backing too. It's perfect. Said it was new.
Yeah, so I bought a box of Amazon customer returns.
It's
All right,
beautiful.
fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, could you put it in the back of my car?
Absolutely.
Yes! 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 Look at that! 60 bones, baby! I broke even, bitch. I'm out of the game. Welcome to Profit City. As if it wasn't great enough getting rid of that rug and breaking even, those 2 ladies that just bought the rug were the nicest people I've ever met. They were so sweet. I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna do this whole thing again. Just kidding. I don't think I'm ever gonna go on Facebook again, actually. In case you're wondering, I did a little rough estimate of how many hours I spent on this side hustle. That way I could calculate an hourly wage for my efforts. It was $1. That's right, Raleigh, $23, and all it took me was 4 months.
Honestly, bravo. I did not think you were going to be able to make a profit. And just to clarify, you're not counting the cost of delivery into the cost of the box yet, are you?
What?
Yeah, it was $75 to get the box delivered, so that was on top of the $350 for the box. So technically, you haven't quite broken even yet. Hey, Danny.
After breaking even, I felt like I had done what I set out to do. I made a profit, I proved it could be done, and so I called the experiment complete. I let Laura know I wasn't gonna try to sell the rest of the items, and she wasted no time getting rid of everything else so fast. She wanted to use our garage again, man, so she just put everything up on our neighborhood's free cycle group on Facebook and got rid of it all in like a couple of days. I've been working on this video since July, and she got rid of everything in a couple of days, even the stuff that doesn't work. This video is made in collaboration with Climate Town. They came up with the idea and everything, and they actually made an entire video on their channel about the free returns problem. They did a ton of research. They're a lot smarter than me, so if you want more info on free returns, go check out their video. But that brings us to the charity. So I have a profit of $23, or at least I did, until I sold the very last item, the box, to myself. You don't come across a cool big box like this very often. Who knows what I could do with this? I could make it a little fort. So I'm holding onto the box. Unfortunately, I did get a really bad deal on it. It was $10,000. The one time I negotiate and actually drive a hard bargain, it's on myself. So now I've got $10,023 to donate. I'm gonna be donating to Feeding America. They provide meals for people in need. I'm gonna add a fundraiser to this video down below, so if you guys wanna join me in donating, that would be awesome. Even just $1 can provide at least 10 meals for someone in need. So it's a really great opportunity to make a difference this holiday season. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not yet to join Greg, and I'll see you next time.
I recreated every single step from Squid
Curtis? Hello.
Hey.
You're probably wondering why I've called you here, aren't you?
You said you wanted to make a video.
Well, yeah, but that's only half the reason that I called you here. That's right. The other half is that, honestly, Curtis, I'm worried about you. I don't know if you've seen lately, but it's getting pretty dangerous out there. The world is a dangerous place. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a plane just flew into that building.
Oh my God.
Right on cue.
Did you do that?
Exhibit A? No. Look, crime rates going up through the roof. Murder. Death? Did you know every person dies now? Point is, Curtis, there's people out there who are trying to hurt you. They're trying to kill you, Curtis.
Me?
Yes, you specifically.
What'd I do?
You're just, I don't know, how do I say this? Has anyone ever told you that you're an easy target before?
Huh?
See, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Curtis. The headphones, the texting, the hands in your pockets. If I started attacking you right now, you wouldn't even be able to defend yourself, man. Your hands are all busy. Not to mention, you're not even wearing shoes. Good luck running away.
I was being polite.
There's nothing polite about getting murdered, Curtis.
Attack me, see what happens.
Attack! What the fuck? Exactly, like I said.
How?
It's not all bad, all right? I have found a YouTube account that specializes in self-defense advice just for people like you. For easy targets.
Okay, so you're gonna teach me how to not be such an easy target.
Not only that, Curtis, I'm gonna teach you how to defend yourself from everyday life situations that we all encounter. Like
another plane crash that you just
like another getting mugged, getting stabbed. You're getting out of your car and some guy runs up behind you and just starts punching you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
This happens to you all the time.
Yes, yeah, just all of those happened this morning.
But today, we're gonna fight back. That hurt? Come on, you could not have just hurt yourself like that.
Why'd you do that to me?
You did that.
How could you? We were friends, man.
This is worse than I thought.
I'm a lost cause.
Let's get into the video. So this is the self-defense guy we're gonna be watching. His name is Self-Defense Goat.
Damn. Okay.
No one's ever hurt him.
This has a lot of enemies, I guess, though. Seems like
yeah,
people
that's
are always
true.
Trying. I think he's just an idiot, putting himself in really dangerous situations all the time.
Well, let's see what happens if this guy pulls a yellow gun on you.
Give me your money.
Yo, man, yo, take it.
Yo, man, yo.
Yo, man, yo.
Someone pulls a gun on you, yo.
Take it. Here. I got nothing else. I got no phone, I got nothing. I got family, man. You gave him everything. He still got that gun pointed at you.
See, that line makes it sound like they know each other.
Right.
And they've been like friends for so long. You helped him move. You helped him get through a tough breakup.
You've given him everything you got, man.
And he still wants to shoot you in the head.
When he was at his lowest, you were there. If I was his family, I'd be pretty upset because he was like, I got nothing. I got family. But that is crazy.
Also, the way he says, take it. It sounds like he's mugging him now. He pulls a gun, take it. Take all of it.
Okay. Who's doing the mugging here?
Your goal is to get as close to the weapon as possible. Ideally, he's even pointing at your head, trying to scare you.
Sorry. Ideally, he's pointing a gun at your head.
Maybe it's easier to grab it when it's, as far away from your hands as possible. Right up here.
Yeah. Maybe you like bite it.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's about to do. Maybe it's because getting mugged is so scary that he just wants to be put out of his misery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I want this to be done immediately.
Ideally, you're facing the other way, looking out at a beautiful sunset, and he's got the gun pressed right up against the back of your skull.
Taking one final breath.
So I'm going to turn out of the way, 2 hands on the weapon right away, pull it into your chest, rip it off.
And you shoot yourself. Take the power out of his hands.
Yeah. Get out of the way, back, hands. Pull it into your chest. He said rip it off. He rips off his hand.
His tutorial is like how to stop a mugger is just talk to an imaginary cameraman and be like, no, this is what would happen if you're mugging someone. 'Cause I feel like that would kind of mess with their heads.
Yeah, wait, pretend to be mugging me right now.
Okay. Give me your fucking money right now.
I gave him everything.
Smash, tap, rack, and go if need be.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much just the classic smash, tack rap.
Smash, tack rap, go if need be.
I guess that's his like YouTube ad-friendly way of saying then shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
And if need be, go.
Yeah. What are you in jail for? I goed.
I went. Yeah. This one is going to be really important for you because this is how not to be an easy target, okay?
Ah, okay.
You got your no shoes on, you had your headphones on, hands in pockets. You're about to see just how dangerous that is.
Okay, wow. Dude, he stabbed him in the ass. What was that sound?
I don't know. I think it was the guy screaming. Wouldn't it be crazy if that was the whole video?
Well, look at Mr. Karate Kid. That is a pretty sweet hoodie, though. Look how easy he's going to be to murder and take his phone. Sunglasses on, huge headphones, hoodie I could just rip him down with. Oh, you're mine, buddy.
Okay, well, he didn't even do it, though. He's just talking, he's just imagining it.
Oh, you're mine, buddy.
He's already
You're
gone.
dead. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this one.
All right, yeah, it's
Oh, yeah. Wait, where'd he go? It's nighttime all of a sudden.
Is he saying that out loud?
It must be in his head.
Okay.
Now let's find out how to not be an easy target.
Oh, look at Denim Dan. This guy's going to be an easy target. Well, maybe not. He's got kind of this desk there. He's walking pretty confident.
So the caption says desk stare, but I think he's saying death stare.
Desk there.
Oh. He's got kind of this desk, got like a desk strapped to his.
I feel like that
gaming.
I guess it's a pretty hard target. You got a big desk in the way.
Yeah, he's clearly cracked at Fortnite.
This desk there. He's walking pretty confident.
Yeah, he also says he's walking pretty confidently as this guy is like.
Yeah, he's so scared. How are you supposed to like other people walking down the street like? This guy's easy to fucking kill.
He's only got one earbud in. Jacket versus hoodie.
It's my favorite Mr. Beast video. Jacket versus hoodie.
It's your lucky day, Denim Dan. It's your lucky day.
Wait, he did say that.
Denim Dan, it's your lucky day.
Okay, well that actually does make him seem more crazy.
Yeah. I'd be so terrified if I was walking by someone who was like, this guy would be easy to kill and steal his phone.
Wait. Maybe not. He's got a confident walk.
You could be Denim Dan if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I should have been wearing denim for this video.
Yeah.
Jean jacket.
Jean hat.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder's here.
Hang on a second, guys, because I've got a self-defense technique of my own. Today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. Guys, using the internet without ExpressVPN is like walking around a park with flip-flops and headphones. It makes you an easy target. Did you know your internet service provider can legally collect data about every single website you go to and then sell that information to advertisers? Luckily, when you use ExpressVPN, it becomes like your armor. Your gene armor. Your internet service provider can't see your activity. Your identity is anonymous thanks to a secure VPN server. And your data is encrypted for maximum self-defense. It's super easy to use as well. You can connect with just one click. Here I am changing my location to Canada. That way I can watch The Office on Netflix. It's not available here in the US, but it is in Canada. And you can do this with a bunch of streaming services and shows. It's sick. It works on your phone, on your laptop, even routers. That way you are always protected. I don't want to miss out on content that's not available in my area, and I also don't want anyone spying on me, especially not my internet service provider. That's why I use ExpressVPN. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by scanning the QR code on the screen right now, or clicking the link in the description, or going to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's 3 months for free by scanning this QR code or clicking the link. Thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back into it. Now this is an instant that people actually do encounter somewhat often is road rage.
Yeah, people get that a lot from me. Yeah.
So what kind of stuff do you do? Just sort of like tailgating people?
Yeah, I have usually probably 4 to 6 full cartons of eggs in my car at all times.
Oh, you just throw eggs?
And I just kind of, yeah.
Egg people on the highway?
I egg people on the highway. I egg them on. Quite literally.
Yo, what are you doing, man? What the hell's your problem? Yo, man, yo, chill. When it comes to self-defense...
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, the rest of this video is from heaven.
He's just like an angel.
So what's crazy about this road rage incident is this guy cuts him off. He didn't even have to stop. I mean, I get that people get super irrational during road rage incidences, but it seems I feel like this person should be the one who got out to shoot him because he got cut off.
Right, yeah.
The other guy cut him off so bad that he had to kill him. It's like
no one can know about this.
He almost caused the accident, right? But what did I do? I honked the horn, I fingered him.
I missed that part of the video.
Yeah, when did that happen? Yo, what the fuck are you doing, Mick?
Yeah, you were fucked up for that, actually. That was super weird. He fingered... What does that mean? Oh, like...
You gotta check your ego, man. Don't finger him. Don't him
Don't make that guy sing, man.
Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong.
Wait, hold on. Did you notice that in the video he had like his wife or girlfriend in the car next to him? And she also got shot? Okay. Yeah, so see, there's someone in the passenger seat here.
Yeah.
But then as he's talking to the camera...
Check your ego. Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong, he cut me off.
She's So this is a real death that happened.
Yeah, he's like, luckily I did survive this incident. She did not. Don't worry, the paramedics are on their way. I just wanted to film this video real quick.
Luckily, he's a very bad shot. Every bullet hit my wife.
I escalated the situation. He felt like he was threatened.
Felt like he was threatened. He was in his own car.
Yeah, he was fine.
That psycho's trying to kill me! I'm gonna kill his wife. Felt like he was threatened and now I'm dead. Okay, yeah, he is dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Confirmed. That is canon.
And looking at his account, yeah, this is the last video he ever posted.
That's not having a self-defense mindset. Be smart. Stay safe out there. Check your ego.
Oh my god. Wait, but he checked his ego. Why is he still getting shot?
I guess he didn't check. I guess that guy didn't check his ego.
Yeah. It's like, come back here and finger me. Finger me, are you? So there's don't be an easy target.
Yeah.
But also maintain a self-defense mindset. And I do appreciate that. It's like, try not to get into the situation where you need to be defending yourself in the first place.
Right.
I think we can all agree that's probably the best self-defense tactic you have available. Belt versus knife self-defense.
Yo, give me your money. Stay back, man. Stay back. Yo, is that a knife, bro? Do you know how to use your belt for self-defense?
Do you?
Yeah, I don't
It took you like 20 seconds to take off your belt. I don't know if you noticed there, but he had some good tactics to stall the guy. He said, yo, is that a knife? Like he was going to be interested in what kind of knife it was.
Yeah, yo, is that my favorite knife you have?
Is that a Swiss Army knife?
Damn.
Cool, man. Hold on 1 second. I gotta jerk off to this knife. Just kidding. Also, he must have a really big belt buckle. Like how brutally this guy gets hit is actually pretty crazy. Just wanted to show you my knife.
Yeah, I was trying to sell this knife to you. That's why I said, give me your money.
Damn, look at that wide stance for this dude. That's crazy. He's doing the splits.
Some fucking psychopath.
You mess with the wrong guy.
Here's how you defend yourself against a knife.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, please do.
That's what the mugger says when you pull out your belt. Oh, dude. Back, he was that a knife, bro. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
These are really good captions.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that they like to start the videos with someone just being brutally murdered.
Yeah, it's a good way for audience retention, right? I feel like now on we should just start our videos with killing someone, like right in the first frame. We just have some poor bastard. Maybe his car broke down on the side. He's covered in eggs. You know, I took him home, and I took him home. And I start my video. I'm like, hey guys.
The guy in the headlock is like, I gave him everything. Folks!
Yeah.
You know what to do when somebody pins you against the fence and stabs the shit out of you?
I firmly believe there's nothing you can do.
No.
I mean, there's definitely things to do to avoid getting here in the first place, but when you're here,
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Ow. You're dead, man.
Fence and stabs the shit out of you?
He says it in a way that has like that relatable moment when someone pins you against the fence and stabs the shit out of you.
Yeah. We've been there, man.
I'm trying to establish control of the weapon. If I can get my forearm here, great, but he counters that by pushing me away. If he pushes me away, this is my new threat.
It'd be crazy if in this hypothetical situation that's like now very controlled, he still gets stabbed to death. He's like, and I'm trying to get his knife, but he just keeps getting me. I put my forearm, he counters. God, this guy's good. This guy is the self-offense goat.
I'm moving that out of the way.
Now his butt's to me, and I finger him.
In the States, shoot him. If you're in Canada, run. He's got a knife.
Sorry, buddy. Damn, you're not allowed to shoot him. 3 signs you're getting punched. That one sounds funny.
3 signs you're getting punched.
Number 1. Ow!
You look like Tom Hardy if I ordered you on Wish.
Oh, yeah?
Oh!
You look like Tom Hardy if I ordered you on Wish. Not Tom Hardy.
Right, yeah. So thank you.
You look like the face Tom Hardy would make if I ordered you on Wish. Tom Hardy would be like,
okay.
Do you know the 3 most common signs before someone punches you in the face?
Sign number 1, you just told someone they look like if Tom Hardy if they ordered you on Wish.
First sign, forward aggression. Second thing to look for is those clenching of the fist.
What do you think the third one's gonna be at this point? He's just like cocking his arm back?
Yeah, winding it up, I guess. If someone says why I oughta, you're done for.
Tension, and they're getting prepared for something that maybe you're not prepared for.
They could be getting prepared for something. If they're moving towards you with fists clenched.
Well, what could it be?
Visual diversion? That's gonna be the third one?
What?
The third one, they're going to be looking off in another direction, trying to distract you with their eyes so that you look away for that split second so that they get the job done.
I may be moving forward towards you, fists clenched.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna punch that guy. Hey, Curtis, let's both go punch that guy.
Okay. Oh. But
Bouquet of flowers.
Oh, it's all okay. No. Yeah, really?
Here's 3 signs David Copperfield's about to beat the shit out of you. Look at here. What to do if you're pushed?
What, you want to go?
Jesus.
Do you know how to deal with a push? Well, definitely not having as little balance as possible.
What, you want to go?
Didn't stand a chance.
And his feet too.
Oh no.
I've seen, bar fights, people get into fights, but it's always like, fist punching or they're, kind of wrestling around on the ground, just grabbing each other, pulling each other's hair.
Right.
I've never seen this like push and like whoa! Goes crashing through 3 walls.
Yeah, not guy-shaped holes in each wall. Yeah. Do you know how to deal with this? No.
I'm not Wile E. Coyote.
Do you know how to deal with a push? I'm opening up that door as much as I can.
Okay, so I go.
But then
I can go like that.
Yeah.
Both knock each other out.
Do you know how to knock yourself and your opponent out at the same time?
So the key here is as it comes up is just open up enough. Hopefully my boxing turns on now. And
God, you look so scared there.
Don't hurt me.
Please. Not again. Is he actually gonna hit me this time? He's like softly blinking up at me. What are you doing to this guy?
He already got pushed, man. He's been through enough. He also just said, hopefully my boxing turns on now. I've never practiced boxing before, but I really hope I know how to box.
I hope the skill comes out of nowhere.
and I just bring that hand forward as much as I can.
Jesus. He was not expecting that second one.
Bring that hand forward as much as I can. He's still standing there. I throw another 1 or 2. But that doesn't always work, especially if they're super big or if you were caught off guard.
So if you don't know how to do all that he just did, the old wax on, wax off, you can do a soft fall.
Okay.
That would really throw your attacker off if he pushed you and you actually fell, right?
And yeah, that would fucking confuse him like crazy. Now what?
I thought he was gonna get closer to me.
Suck all that in to minimize the damage that you take.
The most vulnerable guy I've ever seen. Quit your job, man. You don't have to be there.
When that push comes down and he goes to break fall this time, now he's not there.
That's the way you're supposed to fall.
Straight into a coffin.
Like a fucking vampire.
He's suddenly in a suit and palmed.
Time. Now he's not there.
Now he's not there.
Yeah, he is.
Where'd he go? I can only look up here. He's like, nobody make up Yeah.
Nobody tell him.
Also, that night before you go to the bar, look up what color the carpet is at the bar and dress like the carpet. So you fall to the ground, then you sort of scuttle.
Like a little crab.
Okay, Curtis, so if all else fails and you need to defend yourself, all of the making yourself a hard target didn't work, he pushed you and you didn't fly far enough away, you're gonna need to fight, okay?
Okay.
The good news is, all you need is one punch, okay? You can end any fight with one punch, and I'm gonna show you how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Jerking the Lexus.
Yo, what are you talking about?
You
man?
cut me
Yo,
off in the
chill,
parking lot.
Chill.
Do you know who I
Stay
am?
right
You wanna
there.
go?
Go under my
You wanna
space,
go?
man. Do you know how to end a fight in one punch?
I can see why he hired this guy. He's so good at, like, leaving the frame as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's a pro at that.
My space, man. Do you know how to end a fight?
He's just gone.
Once I felt like my foot was planted enough that I could push off of it, I had to make sure I wasn't showing the punch or creating a tell. This is creating a tell. Loading, shrugging, trying to punch and come out. So the first thing you want to be good at,
Loading, shrugging, trying to punch to come out.
making sure your arm is...
I just feel like there's a more tactical way he could be standing in all these videos instead of just like the most malleable, just, what are you gonna do to me now? I feel like he should be trying to evade it or something. It's so sad how willing he is.
I deserve it.
And he's like, and don't worry about this guy, by the way, guys, he deserves all
He
this.
deserves all of this. He's a hellish fiend of a man.
You should see him off camera.
Remember, in self-defense, he's approaching me, I'm hitting him, and I'm trying to get away.
He said you're punching him and trying to get away.
Yeah, you gotta pick one, I think.
Yeah. He's on the ground, you're punching him, and you're like, let me get out of here! This sicko's attacking me!
Unhand me!
If they're a bigger opponent than you, then you don't just hit them with your arm, you have to hit them with your body. If they're further away from you, you can open up the hand and do like fingers into the eyes. You might break your fingers, but at least you're not going to get involved in a fight anymore. If you train martial arts, use your fist. If you don't train martial arts, use your palm.
I thought this was gonna be like a one punch. Like he's gonna teach us how to do one specific punch, but he's
Right.
like, I don't know, you might want to stick your finger. Let me think. You might want to stick your fingers in his eyes. You might want to
finger his butthole.
hit him with this side of your hand.
This part with your body.
Yeah, lean him over, spank his ass.
Spank his ass, pull and tug on his wiener.
I don't know. What was I talking about again?
The title is End a Fight with One Punch.
There is no guarantee when it comes to self-defense, like one punch is going to get the job done. That's just clickbait, guys.
What the fuck? He said that like that's not the title of his video, but other people do that.
Yeah, I would never clickbait you guys.
Look, other people are gonna try to convince you can end a fight with one punch. That's just a bunch of clickbait bullshit.
the pussies would say I would never do that.
And honestly, only pussies would fall for that too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for the money.
The reason why I punched him in his face, because his hands weren't protecting his face. If his hands were here, it's a whole different entry.
And that's the end of the video.
Nice.
Honestly, I'm sure there is some good self-defense advice in here, but I just like the way these videos are shot.
Yeah, they're especially the short videos, because he's like, okay, we gotta get people's attention. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Curtis. Well, you know what? Honestly, man, I'm proud of you. I
Thanks,
feel like
man.
I can tell that over the course of these past, gosh, I don't know, we've been recording for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've really changed, you know?
You think?
Yeah, I feel like you've taken the initiative. You're no longer an easy target. Honestly, now you're a threat. And
Yeah.
for that, I commend you. Stealing content. When is it okay? When is it just inspiration? When is it just hopping on a trend that everybody's doing? When is it not okay? Is there a gray area in between? What about this guy?
You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't make this up.
He's stealing the same intro over and over from himself. Do we have to help him? That guy found one intro and shirt combination that he's convinced makes his TikToks go viral, and by golly, he will never change it.
You can't make this up.
As a creator and a viewer of content, blatant stealing is something that makes me so mad, but what's even worse is how seemingly easy it is to get away with it, and how, like, it just works. Like, you can just become a content thief and make so much money. It at least shouldn't work that well, you know? But as you will see today, it is a very viable content strategy that is being used by a ton of YouTubers, big and small. Today we're gonna take a journey through the various forms of content thievery until finally ending at the undefeated final boss of content thievery, Brent Joseph Rivera. I don't know if his middle name is Joseph. I just wanted it to sound like he was in trouble. Go straight to your room, young man. Go straight to your secret room that you built in your house. You march right down to your secret Starbucks, and I don't want to hear a peep. So on this journey, I want to start with the most straightforward form of content stealing. Step 1, screen record someone else's content. Step 2, upload it as yourself. And step 3, profit? You might think that pretty much all people would agree that this is at the very least shady, but you would be surprised the lengths some people go to justify it. Okay, this video I'm about to show you, I've already talked about on my second channel a little bit, so I'm gonna repeat myself slightly, but I think it's very important that you learn about this type of influencer called a clipper.
In the life of a $20,000 a month TikTok clipper, first thing I do when I get into my office is write down my daily goals. Today I wanted to get 1 million views in a day and make at least $500.
This guy makes business sound so easy. You can just write down how much money you want to make that day. Do you make that much money?
So I go and sit at my desk, pull my phone out and get ready to start my shift. The first thing I do is go and search for popular YouTubers to screen record.
I sit down at the desk of my fully furnished office with a maxed out PC in front of me, and I go on my phone. He proceeds to screen record a popular YouTuber's video and then combine that with some gameplay footage, which he also didn't make himself, and then he posts it on TikTok.
One of my videos last month made me $1,200 from one video.
But what about today? How much money did you make today? Was it $500? It was probably more. He's just being modest. Honestly, man, I don't know why this guy does this day in and day out. If he just wrote a big enough number on the board the first day, he'd never have to work again. I guess that just goes to show that this guy does it for the passion. I'm very confused why he has an entire office. You could have done all this without leaving your bed. You don't need a furnished office. Might I suggest an empty room with a folding chair? Why does he have a ring light if he doesn't even film videos of himself? He's like, I am a TikTok clipper by trade, but my passion is TikTok dances and lip syncing videos. So I do that shit all the time, man. I don't record any of it. I don't even own a camera, but it's nice to have the ring light there to pretend. That would be insane. Doing TikTok dances for nobody, just alone in a room to a ring light. Anyway, gotta get back to clipping. Now, before we go and call this guy lazy or uncreative, I do think it's important to note this guy actually does make original content. He makes TikToks and he does use a little bit of AI, but at least he's not stealing from another creator. So maybe we should check that out before we judge.
POV, you're a TikTok clipper making $20,000 a month using just his phone. First thing I did today was go and take a look at the view because I've decided to wake up in Malaysia just because I can. After going into the bathroom, completing my daily routine, I put my shoes down and I get ready to head out the door. I wanted to go check out some of Malaysia and kind of see what it has to offer, so I had a look around the hotel just to see what I could find. The views around here are insane, and they even had a pool on the roof, but the heights made me start feeling a little bit sick, so I decided to go back to my room and get ready to start my shift.
Okay, this whole video is like a minute long, and this whole section is all before he shows the content that he's making. A lot of these kind of digital nomad types pick jobs where they don't have to do too much work and they earn passive income so that they can travel the world, experience life. It sounds pretty fun. But I feel like from this video, this guy like hasn't figured out how to do that yet. He's like, okay guys, here's my life as a content clipper. I get up, I go to the bathroom, then I put my shoes on the floor and I put my feet in the shoes. That's where the feet go. And now I really want to go check out this city, guys. So I go over to the window of my hotel room and I look at the city, and then I go upstairs and I look at the city from up there, but then I got too scared. So I went back downstairs and I looked at the city from my window again.
Create a ChatGPT story. First prompt I put in is I tell it to generate me an Asian baby. After it does that, I ask it to make it eat rice.
Wait.
Then after 3 simple and easy clicks, I press generate video and the whole video is made for me with voice actors. Yours should look something like this.
Show me an Asian baby. Make it eat rice.
Mine should look like that? Should? So the clipper in these videos, Musa is his name, has made a bunch of posts arguing that everything he does is ethical because he participates in what is called ethical clipping. If any YouTubers would like to debate me on the topic of ethical clipping, DM me. I genuinely believe it is a win-win in every regard and completely ethical from all angles. In a perfect world, I understand why he's saying it's a win-win because he's making money and theoretically the creator that he's reposting is getting exposure. If he's taking the clips off YouTube and putting them on TikTok, then a new audience, the TikTok
TikTok audience is now being exposed to that creator. From personal experience, though, I don't really think that that's usually the case. I think usually if a clip of a creator goes viral on TikTok, the people that are liking and commenting on that video are the same audience as their YouTube audience. They're just seeing the content again. So while he thinks of himself as sort of advertising for that creator, it's more like he's selling counterfeit merch. The community notes on Twitter was quick to point out that this is intellectual property theft. And so this whole operation is not so much a career as it is a crime. From what I can tell, this doesn't really make a huge difference either way. I more so have a problem with how lazy a form of content creation this is. But I think the weirdest example of this has gotta be Jason Derulo. Yeah, like from the song. About a year ago, I learned from a Jax Films video that Jason Derulo is a rampant content thief.
This is not a joke. All he does on his YouTube channel is like make a face at other people's TikToks while blasting his own music over it. But here's where it gets kooky. As I was editing this video, I noticed something strange. So I took some of his videos and played them side by side and confirmed that yes, Jason Derulo 100% reuses his own footage across multiple videos.
Not only is he doing the laziest form of reaction content, which in and of itself is the laziest form of content, he's not even filming a unique reaction to every video. I don't like this at all, man. I don't like that he's edited into the corner, like he's not reacting to the video you're watching. This looks like I'm scrolling on TikTok while FaceTiming Jason Derulo. And he's smiling into the camera like, man, I can't see what you're watching, but I'm just happy that you're happy. And also my song is playing. I like that. In a way, this is kind of the visual equivalent to him singing his own name at the beginning of every song. It's like, okay, I like this video, and to be fair, since he got called out for this, he has stopped doing this. He no longer appears in the videos. He still does continually post other people's TikToks with his own music playing, but it seems like he is at least now getting permission to do it. So now it's just sort of a marketing tactic that, I'll be honest, is kind of smart. If he's worked out some kind of agreement with these creators where he's paying them, or he's got permission to post and he can just slap his own music on these TikToks that are guaranteed to go viral, it's a decent marketing strategy. Then again, maybe an even better way to get people to listen to his music would be to make better music. Let's go. That's a zinger, baby. Add another zinger to the zinger counter. I still got it. I still got it. Danny still got it. Okay, the end. Okay, so sure, that's bad, copying from other content creators, but what if we don't copy from another human being? What if we copy from a computer? Well, that sounds to me like it would make some pretty good content. We should make kids watch it. Take it away, Danny. Oh, sorry, regular Danny couldn't be here, so he sent me instead. I'm AI Danny. I'm an AI version of Danny, so I'm pretty much exactly the same as him in every way, except I don't have a soul. So it technically wouldn't be immoral to murder me. Real Danny wanted me to start this video off by showing you a video that he apparently made for his son. He made him a little kids animation. This took a ton of hours of painstaking hand animation. He produced the song himself, and so he just wanted to share this with you guys to start off.
Are you ready? Let's go. First up, the apple orchard. This is Annie the apple.
You guys like it? All right, I tricked you guys. Regular Danny didn't really make that video. It was actually written and created totally by AI. Isn't that hard to believe? What you just watched was the end product of a tutorial that there's a bunch of on YouTube right now. Create faceless kids animation YouTube educational videos in minutes with Canva and AI. How I make faceless kids songs using AI in under 20 minutes. I love how all the titles emphasize faceless. For a kids animation song, that feels like it goes without saying. Like in this tutorial, she's making a song about animated dogs, little corgis up on the couch. Are there methods of doing this where I might accidentally show up in the video? 3 little dogs sitting on the couch. Here is the guy who made this video. Hello kids, I'm trapped in the computer. Please let me out, it hurts so bad. Wiggle, waggle, here I come. In this method, she uses AI for pretty much everything except the animating of the dog. But literally everything, even from coming up with the original idea for the song, she does with AI.
Give me 10 song ideas for kids songs. It gives us the idea. It says a song that teaches kids about colors using the metaphor of a rainbow.
The metaphor of a rainbow? I don't think you have to use a metaphor for that one. I don't know if you know this, but rainbows actually have colors. Like a lot of them.
So now the next thing you need to do is generate the song. So in order to do this, you need to grab your instruments and the choir, get your mic ready. Hold on, don't click up. I'm just kidding. You don't need to do that. We'll copy this spot, which is the idea of the song, and then you'd paste it in. And then the other thing you need to do is describe the vibe and the genre of the song. So in order to do this, you'll come back to ChatGPT.
So this process is really awesome for me personally because as you guys know, I'm really passionate about creating kids songs, but I just don't want to have to learn how to come up with the ideas or write the songs or make them. Would you guys say this is a good career fit for me?
Take a listen to the first one.
There's one little puppy sitting on the couch. Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle, here I come.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. So she typed in something like a counting song about puppies sung by a ghost. Kids love that. Kids love ghost voices.
Ooh, it has a little bit to it.
Ooh, it's got a little beat to it. Just makes you want to dance.
I were a kid and I heard this, I would so be dancing to it. Like,
me too.
The beat is so good. The voice is clear.
If this is the one she's showing because the voice is so clear.
The voice is clear.
What are all the other ones that she skipped past showing us? What do those sound like? I could goof on these AI songs and how bad they are until the cows come home or until there's 5 dogs on the couch. But as I feel like we keep hearing time and time again, this technology is only getting better, and someday this AI might be able to generate a song that's totally indistinguishable from one made by a very stupid person. But even if you're like totally on the side that like AI art is just as much of art as human art and it doesn't totally destroy the point of art, we can still all agree it's not there yet, right? We can all agree that wasn't good music, right?
Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle.
It sucks because, like, what if someday it is really good at it? What am I gonna say? Like, no, don't use this shortcut to make a song in 20 minutes for $0 that a human probably would have had to spend like a day on and maybe work with a music producer, which is expensive. But what I will say is that not only are you probably doing a disservice to the poor kids who are left alone long enough to fall down this weird rabbit hole of content that you make, you're also doing yourself a disservice. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for ways to make money for little effort and you pick this, which is basically just clicking buttons on a computer, essentially just helping a computer do its job, someday the computer's not going to need you anymore. So you can keep looking for new ways to, make money from home with 0 effort and gaming the system, or you can realize that maybe not everything is about making as much money as possible for as little effort as possible. Maybe you should pick something that makes money and you like, and you find fulfillment from. Also, and no one's gonna watch any of these videos.
This is Annie the Apple.
None of these videos that these people make in these tutorials are gonna get any views. Kids content is so oversaturated on YouTube because everyone thinks they can make billions of dollars by making kids content. And the stuff that is getting views probably doesn't sound like it was sung by a voice that came to me in a dream. A lot of times I feel like the people who make these tutorials usually make more money off of the tutorials than the thing that is supposed to be making you money. And now that everybody knows how to do this and it's accessible, it's gonna become even more oversaturated.
Hi, I am an orange. O-R-A-N-G-E spells orange. Hi, can you guess what fruit I am?
Apple! Apple! How can we copyright the song we created? You didn't create... What? You'll notice in this video a lot of the lazy content that I'm talking about, in fact, pretty much all of it, is geared primarily towards kids. That's a bit of a disturbing trend I've noticed. Why is it that the laziest people try to make content for kids? Is it because they know kids are a little bit dumb and will watch anything and are easily tricked? Yeah, it probably is. I'm not gonna give you time to think about it. It is. It's just slop. It's so lazy. And I hope the people who are doing this realize that soon. Realize that people don't want to watch these videos because I can't imagine any of it is doing well. And I also hope that you realize that today's sponsor, Rocket Money, has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all the features. With over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Have you ever forgot that you were paying a subscription fee for a service that you don't use anymore? That's happened to me more times than I care to admit. I'm always signing up for subscription services for like new editing software or different tools and plugins. And I don't know why I'm like addicted to it. I'm just kind of addicted to the thrill of paying $30 a month to do something that sure I could have done in Final Cut Pro, but would have taken a couple extra steps. But luckily today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help me and you, and also real Danny. That's right, I'm still AI Danny.
I didn't forget that. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your own money better. I've used Rocket Money to help me cancel several subscriptions, most recently the suite of plugins in Final Cut that I used once and then never again. It takes the brain work out of it because Rocket Money safely and securely identifies reoccurring charges and cancels unwanted subscriptions for you. The best part is that you can cancel right within the Rocket Money app. You don't need to call customer service for this random software you downloaded. You don't need to jump through all their hoops of answering surveys. I also love that I can create budgets within Rocket Money. Rocket Money analyzes your spending habits to create a personal budget for you. It automatically monitors spending by category. So if you're spending a little bit too much money going out one month, Rocket Money can send you a notification letting you know. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million Rocket Money members today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Danny or click the link in the description to get started today for free. And you can unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/Danny to get started for free. Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Rocket Money. One underrated part of becoming a content creator is developing your own unique style. The vast majority of creators, when they start out, are just kind of a worse amalgamation of all of their inspirations. For me, it was probably The Lonely Island and Jake and Amir with some Bo Burnham mixed in there. But over time, you start to make certain creative choices that distinguish you. Types of music that you choose for your video, the way you tell jokes, the name of your fan base, maybe even your thumbnails have a distinct look to them. I love it when creators take another step in developing their own personal style. A lot of people call it a brand. I think that sounds very corporate. To me, it feels a lot more personal than that. You're choosing what the best way to express yourself is. But unfortunately, this gives way to a completely different kind of copying on YouTube. Not copying content, but personality. What's up, goobers? The YouTubers stealing other YouTubers' personality situation is crazy. It's crazier than a gopher going up my butthole and coming out of my mouth. To start off this discussion and kind of illustrate what I'm talking about, I'm gonna give kind of a niche example, but this is a song called Deep Space Samurai. I first started hearing this song in the intro to Ryan Trahan's YouTube videos.
My birthday is this weekend. I'm going to 3 iconic theme parks this week to go stay in the most strange Airbnbs.
He first started using it in his shorts, and then he started using it in his full-length videos. And over time, to me, it sort of started to become like a theme song for Ryan. He uses it in a bunch of intros, and so when this song was playing, you knew it was a Ryan Trahan video. But within a couple months, because Ryan's videos are so popular, other creators have started taking that song and being like, and it's my theme song too.
Today I'm building a secret zoo in my house. Today I'm building 50 secret rooms you'd never find. Today I'm building 3 amusement parks in my house.
This dude, Ben Azalart, has taken the song that Ryan uses in his intros and has probably in recent months used it more than Ryan has. This might be a really niche example, and this might be something that only I notice, but to so deliberately take a song that is part of someone's like identity online and just be like, that's mine now. In fact, it's even more mine than it is yours, is crazy. There's other stylistic choices that Ryan in particular has pioneered that a bunch of people have started using, especially this one. The white screenshot of an app or a review with the rounded corners. A lot of times it's got a 1-star review on there. They've become a staple of Ryan's brand, and so of course, a bunch of people have started using that also, and oh, well, that one's my thumbnail. Okay, yeah, so I might have done that too a little bit. In my defense, the corners are not rounded, and also Ryan helped me come up with that thumbnail idea. This is kind of a weird line because this happens every time a YouTuber gets big and kind of takes the platform by storm and there's a lot of hype around them. I remember when Casey Neistat got big and suddenly every vlogger was putting these sort of lo-fi beats into their drone montages. And it's weird because at one point that was Casey's thing, and so to take that from him was specifically taking it from Casey. But at a certain point, it gets used so much that it just becomes part of the YouTube meta overall. There's so many people doing it now that by using it, you're not really taking one person's thing anymore. You're just kind of designing thumbnails the way people design thumbnails in the year 2024. Going back to Ben Azalart, the whole secret room thing is another one of those things that I don't know who thought of it first, but whoever did, you're a genius, because that's all kids channels post anymore. I built a secret zoo in my house. I built 50 secret rooms you'll never find. I built a secret soccer field in my room. I built a secret tree house in my backyard. Who is this man hiding from? You're an adult, dude. You can just have a gaming room. Go ahead, dude. Treat yourself. You've earned it. I built a secret McDonald's in my room. Yo! Wow. Looks just like a real McDonald's. This type of picking up one thing or element about a YouTube video that made it popular and just beating it to death and a ton of channels copying it just makes YouTube so boring. Like putting I survived at the beginning of every title, even ones that make zero sense. I survived $1 versus $100,000 hotel room. I survived America's largest hotel room. I survived the world's only 7-star hotel. That moment when the hotel room is so large that you die. It's so big that you're dead now. When the hotel has 7 stars, the first 5 stars are to indicate how good it is. The last 2 are throwing stars. Run! This is the Mr. Beast font. It was popularized by Mr. Beast. I don't know if he was the first person to start using it, but it definitely got popular because of him. And now just like every kid's channel is like, we are Mr. Beast too. You guys, I get it. Mr. Beast gets a lot of views. He's probably very rich. But what exactly are you trying to accomplish by taking the man's font? Some of you guys have been doing YouTube for so long, there's no way you guys think the font is what made him popular. You guys don't think the font is what made him popular, right? The Stokes twins are the king of copying other people's content. Here they use the Mr. Beast font in this Eating 100 Years of McDonald's video, where they eat McDonald's food from 1950 and 2050. All right, I'll admit it, that was not the 100-year range I was expecting. You guys know what year it is, right? The Stokes twins have gained 90 million followers by basically copying everybody's ideas and trying to be Mr. Beast clones. Mr. Beast's channel banner says subscribe for a cookie. And the Stokes twins channel banner says subscribe equals cookie. Stokes twins, do you think that that is why Mr. Beast has as many subscribers as he does? Because he promised cookies? I think a lot of this comes down to blatant and shameless stealing. Some of it might come down to what Little Joel calls in a video algorithm folklore.
What interests me is this one particular moment where Ludwig says this about uploading YouTube videos.
One quick key, by the way, if you guys are ever uploading videos, they'll use whatever the video's file name is for the algorithm.
I have heard this claim a million times. I heard it when I was just getting my YouTube channel started. And what's odd about it is that there's never been any evidence at all that this is the case.
Because so many YouTubers see the algorithm as this like weird entity that works in mysterious ways, it does seem like it could be possible for creators to believe that the font you pick in the thumbnail really matters because the algorithm uses it to sort your videos. Or maybe putting I survived at the beginning of a title of a video of you having like the best day of your life helps trick the algorithm into thinking that you are Mr. Beast. And for people whose entire livelihoods is YouTube, and maybe they have a ton of employees, and so every video has to be a banger, otherwise you have to let people go, maybe you're more likely to cling on to some old wives' tales of YouTube. Or maybe it's just blatant stealing. Maybe they just want to confuse viewers into thinking that they are the person they're stealing from, a la Ratatouille. This type of thing always happens on YouTube and probably will always happen. And my biggest gripe with it is it just makes YouTube so boring, you know? Boring, unlike this next guy I want to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the king of stealing content on YouTube, Brent Joseph Rivera! Go straight to your room, young man!
Come on, I'm dead. I'm watching TV.
What's up, guys? I'm recording this part of the video from the secret gaming room I built in the White House. It's very possible you've seen videos about Brent Rivera stealing content before. He's been doing it for years, and I think he's the final boss of content theft for 2 reasons. Number 1, the way he steals the vast majority of the time is just pure plagiarism. It's not like he's re-uploading other people's content. He's using other people's ideas, but pretending like they were his ideas. And 2, longevity. Brent has been making content since Vine. I really feel like he should know how to come up with his own ideas by now. Like I said, we all start out taking inspiration from other people, but like, I think you've been doing it long enough where you don't have any more excuses, Brent. You gotta kind of learn how to make videos on your own. And it actually is strange because he copies from other creators a lot, but sometimes he does come up with his own videos and makes original thumbnails, and they do decently well. So why does Brent still resort to stealing so often? Does he just do it for fun at this point? Like for old time's sake? In a way, he's kind of like the Hamburglar of YouTube. He's like, I just am a thief. I don't know what you want me to do. It's part of my identity. I could choose not to dress like a burglar and wear a little burglar mask, but
I prefer people know. Oh, you want me to change? You want me to stop being a burglar? It's my fucking name. Why didn't you tell Ronald McDonald to stop being a clown? Or Grimace to stop having a big juicy purple ass? That's right, you wouldn't. Brent practices a strategy on YouTube that unfortunately is pretty popular right now, where creators will scour other YouTubers' pages for their most popular videos and then just remake them. Same title, same thumbnail, nothing changed. This method, unfortunately, does work really well. One time Brent copied my friend Eddie's thumbnail down to almost every detail, except he just changed what kind of restaurant he was going to. This is a weird example because it's literally the same thumbnail, but he did change it technically. While Eddie's video asks, what toll will it take on me to eat at the same kids' restaurant in different locations over and over for weeks? Brent's video asks, how sick would it be if I ate a bunch of really good food?
I'm going to every single Gordon Ramsay restaurant in America.
The answer will shock you.
First impressions, this restaurant is sick.
Wait, that didn't shock me. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. It's sick.
Hi, Brent. Hi, Drew. It's Gordon.
Oh, there's no way that's you.
Of course it's me. That's why I'm FaceTiming you live. Listen.
Why did he say it like that? Now I feel like he's not FaceTiming them live. Now, to be fair to Brent, he actually did credit Eddie in the description for using a similar thumbnail to him, but then he deleted that credit and changed the thumbnail to be copying this YouTuber instead. Brent, what's going on, man? Are you okay? He's like on a mission to copy as many YouTubers as possible. He can't even copy one YouTuber per video anymore. Now, while his thumbnail stealing is pretty bad, to give him credit, the actual videos themselves are usually pretty different. They're mostly just scripted sketches like this video, I exposed the world's most evil teacher. This thumbnail is copied from a Rebecca Zamolo video, and in her video, Rebecca is testing one-star teachers to make sure they never teach preschool to her daughter.
Today we're exposing the worst rated teachers. Zadie is gonna be going to preschool soon, and we cannot let her get taught by any of these horrible teachers.
Still don't really know how that works exactly, but Brent's video is about a principal of a middle school who tells Brent that if he can spend the entire day with the world's strictest teacher, then he can become principal for a day.
Last week, the principal of the world's strictest school proposed a bet that if I spent a full day with the world's strictest teacher, he would let me be principal for an entire day at Iron Will Academy.
I don't know why the principal is making this offer to Brent, a man in his 20s with none of the relevant training. Perhaps more concerning though, I don't know why Brent is so eager and determined to become principal of a random middle school. I don't know about you guys, but I'm scared to find out.
About
Good
what?
morning,
Oh, this is the last person I want to see on my weekend.
The last person you want to see on your weekend is the principal of a middle school you don't go to? Guys, you're all adults. He has no power over you in this circumstance. Just tell him to fuck off. Do it. Tell the principal to fuck off. In this kid's video, tell him to fuck off. So they end up spending the day with this strict teacher, and sure, she's like mean to them, but honestly, I would be too. I wouldn't want these three strange boys becoming principal either.
Ow! What? Oh my gosh! Why are you slapping me in the face with a hot dog?
Because it's funny.
What?
Even the kids hate Brent and his friends in this video. They cheer when they get punished. One of the kids tries to beat the shit out of them. They're like, yeah, our teacher might have been bad, but at least she is a teacher. You guys are just three weirdos. I think we have to kill you.
What are you doing with Miss Harshman's water bottle?
Oh, I filled it up with toilet water.
Bro,
Wait, that's actually a really funny idea.
This water tastes like...
I don't know what their goal was with that. They're supposed to get through the entire day without getting in trouble. And they're like, well, maybe if we try to poison the teacher, she'll be so dead that she can't snitch on us. It's the perfect crime. So strange plot and bad morals aside, it is just a scripted kids video. They're decently well produced for a YouTube video. I mean, Brent hired actors, rented a location for this. Outside of the content theft, Brent truly is working hard to make the world a different place. On TikTok, on the other hand, he actually does just steal videos completely, word for word, shot for shot, no credit given the vast majority of the time. But actually, the most confusing example I've seen of Brent stealing content, and the one that has stuck with me the most for whatever reason, is his music. Brent occasionally posts comedic music videos, and I guess I have the assumption that when a YouTuber starts releasing music, it's kind of like a passion project for them. You know, maybe your regular videos have become too much of a full-time job when they used to be a hobby, so you start exploring new creative outlets where you can let your real creative spirit shine. Not Brent.
Doing it wrong, doing it wrong, doing it wrong.
This is Brent's music video for Doing It Wrong, a song about that uncomfortable feeling when things are just a little bit off, like uneven hoodie strings, or eating bubble tape like this, or uneven pizza slices. And this is Red and Link's music video for My OCD, which is about that uncomfortable feeling when things are just a little bit off, like uneven hoodie strings, eating bubble tape like this, or all these other jokes Brent copied.
It's my OCD, it's just my OCD.
I was honestly very shocked when I realized this. I found it from this Reddit thread that basically accuses Brent of stealing their song. Red and Link's song is their most viewed video on their main channel. It's probably up there with some of the most crowning achievements of their career. The song has 62 million views, and then here comes Brent to steal it joke for joke, even including a sketch at the beginning that's super similar. Red and Link starts with this kind of like psychological evaluation sketch, and Brent starts with him talking to a psychologist. Brent even went out of his way to almost word for word copy a disclaimer that Rhett and Link put in their description. Note, we understand OCD is an important mental disorder that significantly affects the lives of millions of people. Brent's reads, important note. I understand that OCD is a serious mental disorder that significantly affects the lives of millions of people across the globe. Now, I should point out that the thumbnail and title copying Brent Rivera does is in no way limited to Brent Rivera. This happens a lot on YouTube. It's actually a pretty big problem, I would say. It seems like almost every big kids channel does it, but even creators you wouldn't think do kind of just take other popular ideas all the time. Even creators that would like you to think they don't. I don't know if you guys know who Eric is, but here he is in a video calling out Brent for stealing his thumbnails.
Brent Rivera, you are most likely to copy my thumbnails.
And then here he is stealing a thumbnail. Here's Mr. Beast copying a thumbnail almost exactly. Brent particularly has done this so much and been called out for it so many times that I'm actually kind of amazed he hasn't let the criticism get to him or stop him. Brent probably has enough money to never have to work again. He probably has a ton of people working for him who could be coming up with original ideas around the clock. But instead, he insists on copying other creators. Maybe copying content is just so fun that he literally cannot stop. Well, I intend to find out. On day one, I followed Brent on TikTok and YouTube, turned on his notifications, and as luck would have it, on the very first day, he posted a TikTok.
Oh wow, this is a nice car.
Thank you. G-Wagon, AMG. Here, hop in.
My ex had one of these, but I think it was fake.
Fake? So fake? What do you mean by fake?
Well, his is really high up. It was kind of easier to get into this one.
Did it by chance say 4x4 anywhere?
No, but there was a math problem here, 4 times 4 squared, but he doesn't like math.
So basically the premise of the video is that his girlfriend's ex had a nicer G-Wagon than him, but it's so nice that she thought it was a fake G-Wagon because it had all these weird branding details. Brent swooping in once again with one of the most classic, relatable scenarios known to man. It's no wonder this thing has 40,000 likes. I have not only seen this type of video before, I think I've actually seen Brent make this video before.
My ex had a fake Ferrari.
Okay, if you search when her ex had a fake car, there's like a million videos with this same premise. Her ex having a fake Lambo, her ex having a fake BMW. So it's interesting because there is this fine line between copying a video and participating in a trend. This video has been remade so many different times by so many different people, it's actually hard for me to even find the original. So at this point, it kind of is a trend. Well, recreating this one's gonna be a little bit tricky because I don't have a G-Wagon. And also, I can't rent cars from Turo anymore because I got banned after my Cybertruck review. That's real. I'm not allowed to rent cars on Turo anymore because I think I made fun of the Cybertruck too bad. So I'm gonna have to come up with a bit of a workaround for this. So I recruited Eddie, who happened to be in town, to be the voice behind the camera, and away we went. You ready to film a TikTok, Eddie?
I love it. I love making TikToks. I love posting to social media. I love making Instagram Reels.
I wanted to be as true to Brent's original TikTok as possible, but due to circumstances, we did have to make some compromises. Like, Eddie couldn't really pretend to be my girlfriend, so he was just my friend, whose other friend has a nicer car, and instead of a G-Wagon, I used Laura's Audi. But overall, I think we pretty much crushed it. We even added in a sort of twist ending, and bada...
Yo, what's up, brother? You ready to go? Wait, English or Spanish? No, I'm just kidding. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. A level 10 yacht. Yo, I'm gonna rizz her up. No, don't. Are you living done or just from Ohio? Chad, am I cooked? Never mind, sorry.
What's up, brother? Oh, dude, look, a level 10 baddie. You think I have a chance? That's why I'm the Rizzler. That's why I'm Wanted for murder. Skibbity toilet Riz. Grimace shake.
Okay, a couple days later, Brent has posted a second TikTok. I went and searched a bit on TikTok. I searched this caption, and I didn't find this exact TikTok anywhere, so this might be a Brent Rivera original. This is a bit of a trend, a person who speaks only in brain rot. Brain rot being like Gen Alpha TikTok slang. But I haven't seen any other in this exact format where it's two people talking in the car. So I'll give them credit where credit is due. They came up with an original idea. I will say, compared to the car TikTok that they just stole, this one is not doing as well. It has 50,000 views and only 5,000 likes. I was not thrilled to replicate this one. It was a little bit tough to get through. Not that the TikTok's like that bad. I actually thought that this dude Dom did a pretty good job. His delivery on some of the lines is pretty funny. Like when he says, "Chat, am I cooked?" after trying to hit on a girl.
Chat, am I cooked?
I thought that was kind of funny. It didn't feel like a video I would make, so it just felt very unnatural to me. But anyway, let's go ahead and post it. So if Brent took inspiration from a different TikTok, it probably had like millions of likes. And then if Brent's ripoff of that. Alright, just wanted to give you an update on the TikTok so far. After posting 2 TikToks, it does seem like people are starting to catch on that I might be copying Brent. Is Danny doing the same videos as Brent Rivera? So, you caught me. Yes, I am. So 2 videos in and people are already figuring out that I'm just copying Brent. So that just goes to show that if you want to copy other creators online, it's not gonna take very long for people to start noticing that you're doing that. I guess people were like, well, the first one could have just been a coincidence, but once you do it twice, then it's a pattern. And 3rd time is a charm. Once I do this one more time, people will be charmed by my videos. Another interesting note is the TikToks are doing really well. The first one almost has 2 million views, the second one 2.3 million, and I think they both have more likes even than Brent's TikTok. This one has 300,000, the second one has 500,000, and Brent's TikTok. Oh, wait. Oh, did Brent? Oh, okay, Brent deleted his TikTok. I guess it wasn't getting enough likes. That's crazy. He just deleted it because it wasn't doing well enough. That's actually pretty surprising, though, that it didn't do well because mine did great. Mine has 500,000 likes. I don't know, Brent. I would post it again, honestly. This one's crushing. So now that I've posted 2 TikToks and Brent has posted 2 TikToks, but he's deleted one of them, it's kind of like I'm more Brent than even he is. And would you say that's a good thing? You know, I never thought it could be so cool to be just like Brent. In a way, my new content strategy was even better than his. It seems like so much work to scour the web to find content to steal, but all I have to do is just steal everything Brent makes. It feels like I've got some kind of cheat code, like those websites that let you see senator stock trades. The work has already been done. All that's left to do is profit. As a content creator, I put so much pressure on myself to be coming up with video ideas all the time, so it's nice to just kick back, relax, and let Brent do all the work for a change. Maybe I could keep this up for even more than a week. Maybe I could do a month, even a year. The day that I have been long dreading has finally arrived. Brent has posted a YouTube video. He actually posted it 4 days ago, but then the weekend came and I didn't want to work on it on the weekend, and then a couple more days passed, so he actually posted it a few days ago, but I'm gonna recreate it now. It's called I Exposed the World's Most Evil Babysitter.
Today, I'm exposing the world's most evil babysitters. These babysitters are so evil, they're banned from literally every website.
They're banned from Yelp? I can understand them being banned from specifically babysitter websites, like you shouldn't be able to book them through babysitter websites. But being banned from Yelp? That seems kind of counterproductive. I think we should keep them on Yelp if they're really that bad.
I'm gonna be exposing the babysitters to their parents in hopes of getting them fired.
They're going into these homes with the evil babysitters, and they're gonna expose how evil they are. That way the parents will fire the babysitter. You would think that being banned from every babysitter website would be enough for these parents. Like, I don't know why Brent needs to come in and prove it to them. Let's skip forward and see what kind of evil stuff this babysitter's gonna do.
This review says she super glued a kid to the toilet because he wasn't doing his homework.
Ow! Well, that's a crappy situation.
Oh, that's kind of a crappy situation. Child abuse. Yeah, that's not good.
And things were bad right from the start.
Can you believe these people? What am I getting honked at for? A-hole!
I like that this evil babysitter is just an elderly woman that doesn't drive well. She's evil! You know, just watching her, she knows damn well how to drive. She's just doing this on purpose. And then a lot of the video seems like Brent and his friends pulling pranks on these babysitters. So they may be evil, but you know, Brent is kind of fighting fire with fire. Two wrongs doesn't make a right, Brent.
You all leave, okay? Now!
But because it was really underwhelming, it was almost disappointing every time a new actor popped up that I recognized. I was like, oh, not you too, man. What's going on? Are you okay? Another weird choice, they threw in this line in the middle of the movie about remakes always being worse than the original.
Ugh, this is garbage. I don't know why they're always trying to remake the classics. Never as good as the originals.
Like, yeah. Fuck you. It was like the studio being like, we know this isn't as good as the first one, but you're still gonna eat this shit up, aren't you, little piggy? Little piggy likes his Home Alone movies, doesn't he? And I did eat this shit up, alright? So, I can't talk, I watched it still. I feel like with a kids movie like this, you always have to appeal to the kids, but then also throw in some good stuff for the adults in there too and make it fulfilling for them to watch. That way they'll wanna, you know, throw it on with the kids every year, right? And this movie works well enough for kids, I think. I think kids just like to watch Max make the booby traps and think, I could do that if I was like, home alone and there are people trying to rob me. I could defend myself against two adults who are trying to kidnap me. It's fun to imagine yourself as a smart little 6-year-old, even if you are a dumb little 6-year-old. But this movie, while being fun for kids, I would say is deeply saddening for adults. The second half of this movie is just watching a struggling family getting their shit rocked by a rich asshole kid.
Bombs away!
We just have
He's just not a cool, fun kid. He's a rich asshole who tries to steal from church at one point.
I'm definitely a child in need. Neither this.
Can I help you?
Even if Max was a likable child, we probably wouldn't even know because we spend hardly any time getting to know him. And the time that we do spend getting to know him, he's not very likable. When he first gets left home alone, you know, in the movies, that's like their chance to do everything they've ever wanted to do in the house. But like all Max wanted to do, I guess, was like play video games and Hot Wheels and then like watch porn.
Well played, Mom and Dad.
Was he trying to look at porn? We will never know. But I have to assume that that's what they wanted us to think, right? Actually, after watching this movie, I wouldn't be surprised to find out it was something like super violent. Working family gets a beating compilation. No one can stop my violent urges now. Damn it. Also, during the big heist when the Mackenzies come to rob Max, he doesn't act like a kid who thinks he's going to be kidnapped should act. He acts creepy. What a kid should do, even if he set up booby traps, he should set all those up and then find a place to hide, right? Like get in a box under a box in the basement and just hide there. But not Max, dude. He is sick. Every time the mom gets like thrown across the room or a few teeth knocked out, he's always like right around the corner giggling. He's been waiting for an excuse to do this, for sure. He has been planning this for longer than it seems, I think. Speaking of which, let's talk about the traps. I think the traps in this movie might be pretty on par with the other Home Alone movies, with the exception of a few particularly grotesque ones. One. And also the, I think the makeup artist for this movie thought they were doing makeup for a horror movie. At one point, Jeff gets shot in the head with a pool ball, because Max has sort of like a gun that shoots out pool balls, which I do think would kill someone. But Jeff is just kind of walking around the rest of the scene with like a giant ass bump on his head. It is horrific. Why is he doing this to us, Pam? At one point, Pam, sweet Pam, is lit on fire.
Okay.
This poor mother is set ablaze. She runs to the hose to try to put out the fire and it sprays her. And then for the rest of the movie, she looks insane, dude. At one point, it shows her feet as she's stepping on Legos, her bare feet. And her feet are burnt to a crisp. And the whole time I'm trying to think, what were the writers thinking during this part? You know what, man? This is gonna be even funnier because they probably don't have health insurance. So this is probably gonna be even worse for them financially than it is physically. This couple have had the worst week of their life, man. And then they just get beaten up. There's a point where after the mom gets lit on fire, she just lays down in the snow and cries.
Am I supposed to be laughing right now? This is so sad.
The worst booby trap of the whole movie, and probably any Home Alone movie, I feel like has got to be this one. It is so grotesque. It is honestly scary. This is some horror movie shit right here, okay? Pam thinks that Max has just run up into the attic, so she goes to pull down, like, the ladder that leads to the attic, and instead she's greeted with a Nerf gun that shoots out Nerf darts with push pins sticking out the front. And for the rest of the entire booby trap montage, she just has these pushpin Nerf darts sticking out of her face and hands and everywhere. It is so scary. It is nasty. This movie is foul. And I gotta be honest, the whole time, I was not rooting for the kid at all. I was rooting for the couple. I'm not sure if that's how it was supposed to be, but it was not very satisfying, I will say, if it was. Maybe this was the Home Alone movie where they tried to flip it all on their head and be like, let's root for the robbers this time. But we still watched them get their asses handed to them, so I would say that it was not very fun. I especially wasn't rooting for Max the first time I watched this because we're all led to believe that he did steal their doll, their $200,000 doll. It turns out at the end of the movie that he actually didn't steal their doll, and it was all a big misunderstanding. I guess the whole thing could have been avoided if they had just kind of talked it out. But Jeff's nephew had stolen it, I guess. Kind of a weird thing to reveal at the end because it really makes you hate Max, because you're like, this kid stole from church. He also stole this extremely valuable doll from this struggling family. What the hell? I hate this kid. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the movie. They get the doll back and they sell it, and then they can live in their house happily ever after. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. Now it's time to talk about our sponsor, ExpressVPN. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, if you're using the internet without ExpressVPN on your computer or your phone, you're missing out. You're not getting the full experience because ExpressVPN unlocks so many possibilities while keeping you safe. Because while ExpressVPN sends all of your data through a secure encrypted tunnel, keeping your data safe from like hackers and your ISP and advertisers, it can also help you unlock a bunch of content that you didn't even know was there. For example, did you know that some Netflix libraries in other countries have nearly twice as many Oscar award-winning titles than in the US? So just saying, if you download ExpressVPN and change your server location to a different country, your Netflix is gonna be crazy. I have ExpressVPN on pretty much every device I own that can have ExpressVPN. I've got it on my laptop, I've got it on my phone, and I've used it to watch many a Netflix title that are not available in the US. Harry Potter, for example. You bet your boys watched it on Netflix. I'd like to see you try to do that. No, really, I would like to see you try to do. I would like to see you go to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez and try to do that right now. Go ahead. Like I said, ExpressVPN also protects you from your internet service provider snooping on you and basically getting to log all your data. But when you encrypt your data and reroute it through ExpressVPN servers, that makes it so they can't do that. Think about it like this. Would you rather trust ExpressVPN, a company who is explicitly trying to protect you, or would you rather just send it through the pipes? Send it through the pipes of the internet service provider that you had no choice but to sign up with because they were the only one in your neighborhood and so you just had to sign up with them? Who knows what they could be doing? You don't. They're legally allowed to sell your data to other people, so they could be doing anything with that stuff. So if you want to check out ExpressVPN and support my channel, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez to find out how you can get 3 months for free. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. The link will be in the description. Go ahead and click that to find out how you can get 3 months for free. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry if it was a little short. I am ill, and I had to take breaks periodically throughout this video to have a coughing fit. So, but I'll be back. Probably won't post another video until the new year, but I'll see you guys in 2022. Thank you guys for another year of your support. I greatly appreciate it, and I want to kiss you, and bye-bye. All right, I have 2 things to apologize for. 1, this video is definitely gonna come out after Christmas, and 2, sorry I look like such a freaking nerd right now, dude. These glasses. I have an ulcer on my eyeball. Merry Christmas to me. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. It's gonna get better in a few days. I just have to put these drops in my eyes like every 20, 30 seconds. I know this is gonna come out after Christmas because I'm recording this the day after Christmas. But to be fair, like, are modern Christmas movies even really about Christmas anymore? Old Christmas movies used to be like, you know, sweetie, this family is the best Christmas gift a guy could ever ask for.
Why, I'm starting to think I won't kill myself after all. Whereas now, Christmas movies just feel like a hodgepodge of cliches that are vaguely related to Christmas. Every Christmas movie now is like, Christmas with the Stinks. What happens when Santa gets lost in a small town just 1 week before Christmas? He's gonna have to spend it with the Stinks.
Hey, come on in, we're the Stinks. We like to poop and shit.
Also, Santa is a secret agent. And he's got a gun.
I have a gun.
Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as every role and filmed entirely in front of a green screen.
I have a gun.
Netflix presents Christmas with the Farts. Only on Hulu, July 7th. I mean, Netflix's like big Christmas movie they came out with last year didn't feel like a Christmas movie at all. It was a very confused movie about Santa being kidnapped by a witch who like sucks all of his powers up so she can imprison half of the population, which on its face does seem like it could be like a whimsical, fun Christmas movie. I just wish any of the people making the movie realized that, because they all just played it really serious and made it feel like a Marvel movie.
Hey, Fred. Got a 5'11" male grown-up hovering by the scented candles. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, we got a guy maybe stealing one candle. Can we get somebody to take him in the back and kick his ribs in? Also, Santa appears to have some kind of deal with the US military. They like escort him around with fighter jets. What does the US military get from this deal? Santa, are you making them bombs? I also feel like this movie does this thing that a lot of Christmas movies do now, where because Santa's whole operation is basically impossible, not, you know, I still believe in Santa. They try to come up with lore that explains it and makes it seem more believable. So like in this movie, instead of Santa's village just being like a dozen elves helping him, it's like an entire city. It's a metropolis. Yeah. Now that actually makes it make less sense. It actually made more sense when it was just magic. Thank you though. Anyway, I don't really want to spend too long talking about that movie because it's pretty boring. And I also want to talk about the movies that I actually want to talk about. Dear Santa and A Very Jonas Christmas. Dear Santa also came out last year, and the premise, if you can believe it, is that a little boy writes a letter to Santa, but he is dyslexic, so he accidentally addresses it to Satan. And then Satan shows up. And it turns out he's the guy from the Minecraft movie. Yeah, very different kind of idea for a Christmas movie, but in their defense, at least they made him terrifying. Yeah, I don't know what kind of processing they did on Jack Black's face, but he looks very uncanny. I mean, he looks like a video game character. To the point where, like, he might be completely CGI. I don't know if Jack Black knows he's in this movie. And I think that this right here is what might have given me that eyeball ulcer.
Young kid writes a letter to Santa, but he misspells it and it goes to Satan. So Satan, played by Jack Black, shows up at Christmas time and comedy ensues.
Why did they put Jack Black in quotes?
Played by Jack Black.
Does Jack Black know he's in this movie? That's why Jack Black is in this movie that we made about Satan. On all accounts, this movie makes zero sense. I don't know why they made this. A child being haunted by the Lord of Darkness should be the plot of like a horror movie. Is he gonna be like his friend? Are they gonna hang out? Is this gonna be like Gooby but with an evil monster? They already made that movie. It's called Gooby. Now going into this movie for the first time, I knew two things about it. One, that Jack Black plays Satan. And two, that something happens at the end of this movie that is in very poor taste. I was very curious to see what that was, but as the movie progressed, I honestly had a hard time seeing how that could possibly be. I mean, after all, there's so much insane shit in this movie, how could there possibly just be one thing? So most of this movie revolves around Satan trying to get this little child Liam to fulfill a deal in which Liam gets 3 wishes, and Satan gets his soul for eternity, and Liam goes to, and excuse my language here, hell. And in fact, he does eventually fulfill the deal, which leads to this very confusing montage.
What? Why so blue?
Why so blue? I just sold my soul to the devil.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble seeing why him selling his soul to Satan made him cool suddenly. Damn, look at that kid. He's so cool. What's his secret?
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
So like, does that lead to the poor taste ending? Is it Liam's parents' marriage falling apart? Is it Liam trying to use Satan to get his crush to fall in love with him? Is it this kid's teeth? Is it him wishing Satan would resurrect his brother from the dead and it happening? Oh, yep, that's it. It's that.
We wanted to make sure that It didn't get too dark. It didn't become a horror movie or anything like that.
I don't know, guys. I think you made it too dark.
We wanted to tell a nice Christmas story.
Yep. It's nothing like Satan resurrecting a little boy from the dead to make you forget this movie had anything to do with Christmas. Also, like a third of this movie revolves around Liam going to a Post Malone concert to impress his crush. And of course, Satan puts a spell over Post Malone to make him think that he's best friends with Liam. And when I was watching this, I was like, okay, so they must have just like repurposed all of this Post Malone concert footage from an actual Post Malone concert, right? Oh no. No, there's Liam dancing up on stage with him. Damn. They really threw a whole Post Malone concert for this weird-ass movie. That's crazy.
And I wanted to bring up probably the most important man to my career and the inspiration for my music.
I am happy for Liam, but I'm concerned for Post Malone here. Bringing a 10-year-old on stage and being like, this little boy is my muse. He's everything to me. It's definitely gonna put a weird stain on his career. Everyone in the crowd is like, yo, this Liam dude sounds awesome. Post Malone has lost his mind, but this Liam kid can dance. Hey guys, it's me, Santa. I probably look a little bit different than you're used to, huh? Probably expecting a guy in a big red coat with a white beard, huh? Well, this is what I actually look like. All that stuff about rosy cheeks and a big white beard is all made up. Coca-Cola made that up in the 80s. I have always looked like this. Anyways, guys, I was just popping in here to thank SoFi for sponsoring this portion of the video. As we all know, one of the simplest and most powerful ways to build wealth is actually by earning interest on your money. Making your money work for you. Just like I make the goblins work for me. Like, that's right, the elves are another thing Coca-Cola made up. They're actually goblins, and sometimes I also hire ghosts. But here's the thing, when it comes to interest, most banks give you a tiny amount, like a fraction of a percent. But thanks to today's sponsor, SoFi, we're gonna change all that for you, all right? SoFi is a mobile-first finance company helping its members save, spend, borrow, and invest. When you open a SoFi checking and savings account and set up an eligible direct deposit, you earn a competitive APY, and there are no account fees. One thing I do want to make clear is I do still like milk and cookies, so if you're like, oh, this isn't the Santa I know, I'm not gonna leave out milk and cookies. That's the one thing I do like, but I like oatmeal raisin. I'm an oatmeal raisin guy. That means your money's not just sitting there, it's working. Every dollar you earn in interest can earn more dollars in interest. Over time, that's gonna really add up. You'll even get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. And you can access additional FDIC insurance up to $3 million on deposits through a seamless network of participating banks. For a limited time, when you open a new high-yield savings account, you can get up to a $300 cash bonus and a 0.7% boost on your savings APY with eligible direct deposit. Terms apply. So start putting your money to work like I put those geese to work pulling my sleigh through the air. That's right, reindeer can't fly. I use geese because they can fly. Head to SoFi.com/Danny, click the link in the description, or scan this QR code to learn more and get started. Thank you to SoFi for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out SoFi. Merry Christmas! I just laugh like that. Now, I got a lot of requests to talk about this Jonas Brothers Christmas movie, A Very Jonas Christmas. And the movie definitely lives up to the title. Almost this whole thing is about the Jonas Brothers. So this movie is about Nick, Joe, and Kevin having like one last concert in London before they have to fly home for Christmas with their families. But due to a series of goofy hijinks, they get stranded. And at one point in the trailer, it looks like they even get lost in the woods in Europe. When I watched the trailer, I was like, how the fuck are they gonna get lost in the woods? There are no airports there. So when I first heard about this movie, I was very excited to watch it. I think the only other movie I've ever seen these three brothers in is Camp Rock, and that movie was very easy to make fun of. And I don't really even think they've made many movies since Camp Rock. I mean, on Rotten Tomatoes, Nick's picture looks like it's from like 2013, Joe's 2015, and Kevin's 1978. Also, look at the poster for this movie. Is this about them trying to get home for Christmas or assailing a foreign dignitary to assassinate him? We got Nick in the car, Kevin in the train, and Joe is definitely gonna die up there. Oh yes, there's no doubt about it. This movie is gonna be pretty bad. Let's look at what it's got on IMDb. Oh, a 5.7. Okay, that's actually better than I would have thought. What about Rotten Tomatoes? 92? Wait, it looks like people actually really like this movie. And look at this dad on TikTok. He's losing his mind laughing. Did the Jonas Brothers make a good Christmas movie? On purpose? Okay, so I have watched the movie, and I will say it's better than I thought it was gonna be, but that doesn't mean that it's not insane, because it is still insane. For example, you're probably wondering how the Jonas Brothers got stranded in Europe in the first place. Like, obviously, most people have to deal with, like, holiday travel congestion, but the Jonas Brothers probably fly on, like, a private jet, right? They're not dealing with regular air traffic. Well, like I said, they just finished their tour. They're anxious to get home to their kids. It does kind of seem like their kids aren't really that anxious for them to get home.
I'm gonna be home tomorrow and I'm gonna take you skiing just like I promised. And she could care less.
That does kind of lower the stakes of the movie a little bit, that they're like, guys, what are we gonna do? We've got to get home for Christmas. Our kids need us. And their kids are just like, nah, we're good, man. Don't worry about it. We have really healthy attachment, so we're not gonna fret too much about it. Don't do anything too drastic. How about we get lost in the woods and eaten by wolves? Well, Nick and Kevin are anxious to get home, actually. Joe is a little bit sad that tour is over because he's gonna miss his brothers. So he starts unknowingly venting to none other than Santa himself.
Nothing like Christmas to help a family rediscover its magic.
Except our Christmas plans are to get the hell away from each other, so.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Hold up. They want to get home for their kids on Christmas? No. Santa cannot allow that. Santa hates kids. So Joe walks away, and Santa is upset that the Jonas Brothers aren't going to be spending Christmas together. So he comes up with a brilliant plan. Nay, a perfect plan. Nay, a terrible plan to keep the Jonas Brothers together.
Christmas spirits, I've seen something tragic. These boys shan't get home till they rediscover their brotherly magic. Unless they decide to spend Christmas with each other, the spell will keep brother stuck with brother.
I mean, that's wild. Is that a thing that Santa does? He casts spells like a witch? Dang, maybe I take back what I said earlier.
Hey, come on in, we're the Stinks. We like to poop and shit.
No, not that. The thing about the magic. It actually made more sense when it was just magic. Thank you, though. Yeah, that. Don't worry, though. The consequences of his spell aren't anything too crazy. After all, Santa Claus works in subtle ways. Holy shit! Santa, did you check to make sure there weren't people on there? Let's have a moment of silence for all the people on that plane that involuntarily volunteered their lives for the greater good, helping the Jonas Brothers reconnect. I had no idea that when Santa worked his magic, there was so much like death and despair involved. That's crazy. Also, it's a little bit disturbing that I feel like the Santa in this movie has already done worse things than Satan did in that entire movie.
You're the uptight, responsible one. You're the lovable tramp, and I'm the relatable human cardboard. Forgettable Curly, the world's most unlikely rock star. Not Nick or Joe. The one that still lives in New Jersey.
Dang, they are really leaning into this ragging on Kevin thing in this movie. Like, damn, I know this is a thing people joke about. I know I've written a whole song about ghosting the guy, but you guys are his brothers, dude. Feels different when you do it. This movie is also a musical, which is kind of fun. A lot of the songs are very catchy, like Coming Home This Christmas. Unfortunately, music labels have been like very strict about copyrighted music on YouTube, so I can only show you like a tiny little snippet of it. Now, one thing that made it kind of tricky to write a video about this movie is that they do this very self-aware thing where anytime like a goofy plot detail comes up, they make a joke about it before you even get a chance to think it in your head. Wait, they're getting to the train station just barely before their train, but they're gonna stop to sing a song about it? That's kind of...
You think we have time for a song?
Yeah! Oh, they already... Okay. But isn't this whole plot just the plot of a bunch of Christmas movies?
Have you ever seen a Christmas movie? It's literally the entire plot of the film.
Damn, they're good. Who knew the secret to making a flawless movie is just pointing out all the flaws before anybody else has the chance? Honestly, it is a pretty good tactic if your sole goal with the movie was making it really hard for commentary YouTubers to make videos about it. But it does feel very defensive, and it also kind of gets old to, in every scene, be like, yo, this is kind of weird. What is going on here right now? What the hell? Is that a camera? Also, there's a lot of parts in the movie that are actually genuinely funny, and they kind of ruin them by doing this, like, self-aware thing. Like this song that Nick sings from his musical Home Alone the Musical, where all the lyrics are just about how being home alone means that there's no people in the house. It's a very funny song. Also, I think that YouTube is claiming this one less, so I think I can show a little bit more of it. But even when the movie is actually funny, the writers still feel the need to be like, what the hell are these guys even talking about?
I can't believe the show only ran 3 weeks. I can.
I'm sorry, Joe. Nick is just being so random right now. I mean, what is this? Some kind of movie? On Disney Plus, perhaps? Another downfall of this movie is that it really hinges on you knowing a lot about the Jonas Brothers. I mean, they weren't kidding with that title, dude. This is a very Jonas Christmas. Ideally, they want you to know, like, details about the Jonas Brothers' personal lives that I just am not in tune with. So I felt like I kept missing references. Like, apparently Joe has a line of candles.
I know what you need. A calming chamomile candle. My new line, Glow by Joe.
Also, apparently Nick and Kevin are married with kids, and Joe is divorced? I didn't know that before I watched this movie. So every time they would vaguely reference it, I had no idea what they were talking about.
Got a few bad breakups under my belt as well.
I'm not sure what to do here. Like, do people pretend not to know literally everything about your personal life? Or like
Yeah, it must suck for everybody to know that you have brothers? That's what we're talking about, right? You had two brothers and then you got divorced with one of them, so now you just got one, huh? I know so little about their personal lives that in my head, Joe just is his character from Camp Rock. So when I heard that he was divorced, I was like, damn, it didn't work out with Mitchie. You guys were so perfect for each other. So more wacky hijinks happened, and eventually they get picked up by Santa, who I gotta be honest is a very unorthodox Santa.
I live a very solitary life. My home is very remote, and my work is all-consuming.
Yeah, he's like lonely and burnt out. I guess maybe he doesn't have the elves in this version of Santa, and so he has to do it all himself. Maybe he makes every present via terrifying spell.
This lone wolf has always daydreamed about being part of a pack.
Would you mind pulling over? I just want to go check on my brothers.
Hey, would you mind pulling over? You're freaking me the fuck out. Eventually, they find a private jet to fly them home, but the pilot crashes the plane because he's taking sexy pictures of himself while flying. I like how the plane is in complete free fall and they don't seem to be affected by the G-force at all. We're going down! Everybody, brace for impact! Oh, fuck! There's this running plot line throughout the movie about how Kevin secretly wants to sing in a Jonas Brothers song, but they never let him and he's too scared to bring it up. But at the end of the movie, they make it home to their families and they're all singing and they finally let Kevin sing. It's a fun moment. It's great to finally hear him sing, and it's great that they're finally letting him. But then in real life, I just saw that Kevin just like released his own solo song. So it kind of seems like the opposite happened in real life. In the movie, they're like, yay, Kevin is singing. And in real life, they're like, you have to sing as far away from us as humanly possible, please. Honestly, though, all in all, this movie was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I was laughing at parts. I even looked like that dad from that TikTok at a few parts, dude. I was sitting on the couch kicking my feet. I was giddy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hate to break it to you, but I don't know, this will probably be my last video of the year. Enjoy your New Year's celebrations, everybody. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Hey guys, real quick, I have new merch, and also there's a big sale going on in my merch store right now until December 1st, and 4 random orders during the sale are going to receive one of the physical drawings that I did in the fake AI video. So if you want to check out the new merch or get some discounted merch, then head on over to dannygonzalez.store, and now here's the video. Fashion changes fast. Like really fast. Looking at this picture of myself wearing a V-neck and cargo shorts feels like looking into an old photograph from the 1910s where like everybody in it is dead now. But believe it or not, this picture was only taken 2 weeks ago. That's how fast fashion trends change. Remember that weird t-shirt I was wearing at the beginning of this intro? I've already thrown it into a landfill. That's how fast fashion trends change. Styles change so quickly over the years, it feels impossible to predict what is going to be popular next year, let alone like 30 years from now in say 2050, which is scary to me because by then I'm gonna be old, I'm gonna be falling out of style. But luckily, some experts think they've already figured it out. I found a few articles claiming to predict what the fashion of the future will look like. And if I can just buy all that stuff now, then I can become the ideal man of the future today. So my goal is to go through each of these 3 articles and craft one outfit based on what each one predicts. That way I can cover all my bases no matter what the future looks like. And then we can decide together which future we would most like to live in. Okay, this is an article on a website called Dream Zone, and it's called 2050, the fashion of the future. Adaptable wearable technology. Most of us will live close to the printing house or have a 3D printer at home. Huh? What is this about everybody living close to the printing house? Like Kinko's? I do mess with the idea of 3D printed clothing though, that's kind of sick. The idea that everything you own can fit perfectly because it's like 3D printed, custom to your body, is kind of cool. Socks will recycle themselves. wearing for a few days and discarding will become a thing of the past. I don't do that currently. Wearing for a few days and then discarding? We don't do that. That's something that you do. You made that up. Fashion trends will not get banned, but it will be made from paper so that everything which is old can be dropped off to domestic recycling. So what I'm getting from this article, 3D printed clothes and recyclable clothes. When I Googled 3D printed clothes, I came across this company called Zellerfield that makes 3D printed shoes specifically designed for your exact feet using scans of your dogs that you send them. They have a bunch of different models of shoe. This one's got a face on it. Actually, it's got 2 faces on it. It's got one on the front and one on the back. Voldemort ass shoe. Incredible feel, fused 3D lattice with no stitching, glue, or weak points. That actually is kind of cool. So there's no stitching. It's just all assembled basically together. It's all one solid piece. Kind of like a Croc. Are these just Crocs? Easy to clean, breathable, machine washable, and odor resistant. It's breathable? It looks like a big solid chunk of rubber. I don't know what the consistency of this shoe is gonna be, but I guess there's only one way to find out.
The process of scanning my feet was a little bit different than I anticipated. I wasn't so much scanning my feet, so much as taking one very specific picture of both my feet next to a piece of computer paper. To find some more kind of eco-friendly clothes like this article was talking about, I Googled clothes of the future and found this company Volbat. They make a shirt called the wooden t-shirt.
This is the first t-shirt to be built from wood and colored with wood. Now it looks like a pretty normal shirt, so I guess they figured out some kind of way to make fabric out of wood, which is pretty cool. Unless this is all like an illusion and this really is just carved out of wood. I guess he's not moving that much in these pictures. What if it is just like a stiff board of wood and it actually doesn't have a back either, so you just put it on like a chest plate. So I'm gonna order a medium wooden shirt. Lastly, I found some compostable underwear. These are just boxers made out of 100% cotton, which means that if you put them in a composter, they will turn back into dirt. Made by nature and designed to return to nature in 90 days. You can soil them and turn them into soil. Add to cart. This article, What Will Fashion Be Like 20 Years From Now, is from the BBC, and it introduced me to a pretty interesting concept. The project hints at a future where we will all be able to download content to our clothing viewable through AR glasses and present ourselves differently to everyone around us. So the clothes of the future could be no clothes at all. We're all just wearing like AR glasses, and that's projecting the clothes onto us. I guess this would cut down on clothes waste. A ton of clothing every year is thrown into landfills, but if all the new stylish clothes was digital, there really wouldn't be as much waste. That is, if you don't take into account the AR glasses that we're all going to be wearing, and how a new one will probably come out like every 6 months that have electronic components in them, and then those will be the things ending up in landfills. And also, we do still have to wear some clothes. Right? Or is the future just gonna be like people walking around looking like Fortnite characters in our AR glasses, but in reality, they're just naked? The most interesting part about this is that I actually found a company that offers this service already. It's called DressX. I actually found it because Sophia Nygaard made an entire video where she dressed up in outfits from this service for a week, and it's super interesting. You can buy clothes, digital clothes, from this website, and then you can try them on virtually. I guess you upload an image of yourself that you want to be wearing the outfit, and then you pay $20 for them to basically Photoshop you into the outfit. And it looks a little bit realistic. Yo, look at this, the Neo suit. I feel like when I upload this, they have to decide how big my ass is. Okay, I'm actually kind of liking these, dude. Whoa, look how big that hat is. Dude, that's crazy. Maybe I want to go with this one. It's $100 for this whole outfit, which could be worth it, depending on how it turns out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This article is called Fashion Trend Predictions. What will clothes look like in 100 years? Fashion in the future might be entirely different to anything we can predict. Okay, so they're basically starting off by being like, we have no clue. Everything in this article is probably wrong. Formulated after the sleek form of smartphones and other tech devices, the fashion industry may be heading towards the use of futuristic looking clothing. Okay, so our fashion in the future will be based on smartphones, which are something that we have today and probably like won't have in the same form 100 years in the future. Also, that sounds terrible. I don't want to dress like my phone. I'm all metal and gray. I have a giant speaker right here and a giant microphone down there. Okay, this one also says clothing designed for VR glasses. So I'm thinking VR glasses are gonna be a big thing in the future as well. So maybe I should incorporate that into this outfit too. I mean, I guess glasses with like a camera on them does kind of correspond to the whole smartphone theme. The use of artificial intelligence in the fashion industry may end up having the ability for clothing to change colors, temperature, and size. Wait, doesn't that already exist? I swear I've bought a shirt from like a gift shop on vacation before that changed colors if I was in the sun. Okay, so for this version of the future, here's what I found. Some augmented reality sunglasses. I didn't even know technology was this far, first of all. AR technology? They can just make them in sunglasses now? You can just sit down with your sunglasses and be in front of a giant theater screen. Why does this feel like this is a scam or something? It has 1,500 ratings and it has good reviews. So I'm gonna get them, honestly. I'm honestly kind of just curious and I want to try them. Next up, remember how I said giant speaker right here? Giant speaker right here. This is a Bluetooth hat. Plays music out of it. It's only $15. It's incredible. And then I don't know, like a color changing shirt, but maybe I can get some kind of like metallic pants or something to go along with it. And that'll kind of complete the look. With 3 futuristic outfits chosen, it was time to start testing them to see which future I would most like to live in. Here we go. This is the hat. Warning, to avoid danger of suffocation, please keep this bag away from babies and children. When you take the hat out of the bag, there should also be a warning. It should be like, now don't use this hat near anyone else. Don't use this in public around any other people. It's gonna weird them out. It's also gonna be super annoying. My initial impression of a lot of these products was not great.
Connected.
Yes. Sound quality did not sound good, guys. I have to say that does not bode well for the test of this. The color changing shirt was super confusing. My hot breath would make it change colors, but when I would put my hot hand on it for like a minute straight, it wouldn't. What the hell? It barely changed color at all. How hot is my breath that did it and nothing else does? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is the robot onesie that I ordered. Onesie? Is that the right word? Like, that's the word for a baby outfit that's all one thing. Is that like that for people too? Or like adults? People? I know it's like that for babies, but what about like humans? Human beings? But what I'm most interested in trying is these AR glasses. So let's get the whole outfit on and see how they work. Ah, whoa! Holy shit. Oh my god. Whoa, that's actually kind of cool. So my whole laptop screen is like suddenly appeared in my glasses. And no matter where I look now I just see my laptop screen.
You can fully see it on the camera. you can't see your eyes anymore. You just see
my laptop screen.
Of your laptop screen.
Wait, that gives me an idea. Hold on. So you can see perfectly what's on my screen?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How do I look? I didn't realize when I bought these that it seems like you have to have them plugged into your laptop or phone in order to use them. So it's not like you can just be walking around watching the new Mr. Beast video as you walk down the street. You have to be carrying a laptop with you too. But I do think that there is a real use case for this outfit. With all this potential for stimulation strapped to my body, I can become like a permanent iPad baby. So I turned on a food theory video, I started blasting some futuristic music out of my hat, and started playing some stimulating videos of kinetic sand on my glasses. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. The image of the kinetic sand is way bigger than the TV. So there's like a one TV with matte pad on it, and then a way bigger translucent TV with kinetic sand playing. I can't really imagine a use case for these glasses. It's pretty awful, actually. So much stimulation that everywhere I look, all I see is kinetic sand being cut. And it's also kind of making me nauseous. So I think I'm gonna go get some water. Luckily, today's video is sponsored by Era, which is a great and unique way to meet your daily water requirements. You see, guys, while you just fill up your Era up with regular old tap water that your government provides for you, when you put on a scent pod and you activate it like so, pop it right into place, suddenly the water has taste to it. And I'm talking good taste. This scent pod I got on here is raspberry lemon. So when I drink through my air travels into the scent pod, out through the nozzle, and into my mouth, creating a flavor experience like I'm actually drinking something flavored like raspberry lemon. But it's not actually adding any chemicals to the water. I like this because I like drinking a lot of water, but sometimes water can be a little bit boring. I want to spice it up with a little bit of flavor, but I don't like adding in chemicals, sweeteners, artificial sweeteners to my drinks. This doesn't add in anything, it just adds in scent. It's science, and it just seems like you're tasting raspberry lemon, which is a pretty good flavor. And guys, it's the season of giving, so what better time to give a family member or a loved one a gift with taste. Which is why, Jake, actually, I have a surprise for you.
What?
For doing such a good job filming this video right now, I got you this.
Oh my god!
And there's actually an air up in here too, it's not just the box. So there you go. And I also got you your favorite flavor, cherry, to go along with it.
Oh my god, that's my favorite flavor to go along with it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, sorry.
Air Up is a great gift for anyone who likes to drink water, which is everybody because you need water to survive. And from November 20th to the 27th, you can save up to 40% on all orders. That's because they've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals going on right now, and it is their biggest sale ever. So if you want to check it out and get a family or friend or a loved one a gift with taste this year, click the link in the description, get up to 40% off on all orders. And now, so I was just watching more videos about Air Up on here. So cool. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video.
For the virtual outfit, before I even purchase it, I have to take the picture that I want them to Photoshop me in, because that's part of the checkout process, is uploading that picture. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Now the outfit is so kind of edgy and dangerous looking that I gotta pick a cool location for it. So that's
What is going on? You go stand in the corner.
Why is my daughter in the corner?
Okay, so they throw a fake party to get the babysitter mad at the kid so that the babysitter yells at the kid, and then they have the parents come back in after the party has left to be like, look, she's crazy.
They had a party, a mariachi party.
She's yelling at this girl for throwing a party. There's no party here. So it seems like in this one, they've basically framed the babysitter. So I'm gonna have to recreate this video, at least the title and thumbnail. But luckily when Brent copies a video on YouTube, he usually doesn't copy the actual video. He just copies the title and thumbnail. So I can kind of do the same thing. I can use the same title, same thumbnail, but then make the video itself kind of about whatever I want. So I thought about doing a commentary on the world's most evil real babysitters, but then I started to read up on it, and it was way too depressing for a comedy video. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this crazy website called The News, but there's some crazy stuff on it. Anyway, I found this YouTube channel called Generation Hope that basically makes low-budget Darman style videos, and they had one about an evil babysitter, so I got to work filming a video about that. Then I took a picture of myself for the thumbnail and uploaded it to my site. That night I couldn't sleep. I couldn't help thinking about something I'd said earlier that day. Two wrongs doesn't make a right, Brent. I thought by stealing content I could have some fun, grow my following, and most importantly, to be honest, kind of give Brent a taste of his own medicine a little bit, but is it worth it? That night, Brent posted 2 more TikToks that I was supposed to steal tomorrow, both stolen from other creators, and sure, if I stole them, it could be really awesome, and I could get a ton of views. But the TikToks are so similar to the original that I wouldn't just be stealing from Brent. I'd be stealing from the person he's stealing from, too. Would I be giving Brent a taste of his own medicine, or would I be giving the original creator a second taste of Brent's medicine? I've already gained 50,000 followers from the 2 TikToks I've posted. Stolen TikToks. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Alright, I do have to recreate these 2 final TikToks in order to complete the challenge. But I need to do so in a way that doesn't affect the original creators. So, I'm gonna recreate the TikToks, I'm gonna edit them together, and then I'm just not gonna post them. There we go, perfect. Okay, so this video is called POV Your Older Sibling is Being Nice. And nice is in quotes, so it's a bunch of scenes where Brent is acting nice. He's giving his sister the last ice cream bar, he's giving her money, but he's doing it in a classic older sibling way, where he's basically being kind of mean about it.
There's only one left. Here, have it.
Really?
Yeah, take it.
Why?
Take it!
Jeez.
Here, Lexi, got you a coffee.
Wait, what? You got me coffee?
Yeah.
Wait, did you get me a straw?
Oh, yeah, here. This one's yours.
Wait, how much was it?
No, keep it.
Here.
Lexi, keep it.
Here.
Keep it!
So we're gonna film that here today. I got Jake here, he's gonna help me film it. Jake, say that you're gonna help me film it.
I'm gonna help him film it.
Okay. I just had to check to make sure. Oh, there's the last one. Here, you can have it.
Really?
Take it.
Why?
Take it!
Wait, why? You got me coffee?
Yeah.
Did you get me a straw?
Yeah, right here.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is your food.
Oh, how much was it? Here.
Oh, keep it.
No, here.
Keep it!
Here.
Keep it! Keep it! Ah!
You missed?
All right, that's it. A week's worth of Brent Rivera content in the bag. And you know what? I feel really good about posting those videos. I got to have my fun. I got to steal some content, make a couple videos that I knew full well if I ever did decide to post them would go so freaking viral. In fact, I had so much fun that I'm gonna keep doing it. Forever. Every time Brent posts anything online from now until forever, I am going to recreate it word for word, shot for shot, and then I'm just gonna hold on to it. So Brent, next time you steal some content, just remember, bro, I'm gonna be in my own house by myself, stealing it too. So if you're ever feeling alone, just remember that. Brent, if you're watching this and you somehow made it this far into the video, I could understand seeing all these people criticize you and having the mentality that these people are just haters, these people are just jealous. But look, man, I don't hate you. I understand you're just making videos on the internet. It probably doesn't seem like the biggest deal in the world to copy other people. Do I think you're an irredeemable person or even like the most evil person on YouTube? No, of course not. Do I think that you frequently make shady decisions to further your career? Yeah. We're both successful creators and we've both been doing this for long enough that we should be driving forces of creativity on this platform, or at the very least not using other smaller creators as rungs on a ladder to advance your own career. Maybe you don't particularly care about getting respect from other creators and literally the only thing that you're prioritizing is your bottom line. Or maybe you feel like you're making a difference in the lives of the kids who watch your videos, and so in your mind that justifies being able to do whatever to get to that position. From watching your videos, I do get the sense that you have a good time making them. I feel like if I was you, my favorite part of the job would be like getting on camera with your friends and goofing around. You probably like the parts of your job where you're coming up with funny ideas of what to do in your sketches. And I honestly would have no problem with your content if you just focused on doing that. I can tell you from experience, and I know a lot of other YouTubers feel the same way, that the more you try to exploit the algorithm or trick the system into gaining followers, like this game of copying other popular ideas, the more soul-sucking and draining this job becomes. So if you're in it because you like goofing around or you like making an impact on kids' lives, focus on that. That's awesome. I saw that TikTok someone made about you recently that you responded to, saying that your job is like their nightmare job, making content that's relatable to middle schoolers or high schoolers. And you responded with a bunch of TikToks basically saying that, you know, you make an impact on a lot of kids' lives. It did seem like a little bit like you were using the sick kids in those videos to like kind of really drive that point home. It felt a little bit weird to me. But I do disagree with the original TikTok in that I don't think that making content for young people has to be inherently this, you know, shady pursuit. As long as it's actually for kids, which I also think that you've kind of missed the mark on sometimes, and you're not blatantly plagiarizing other people, I don't think there's any problem with that. And I would have so much respect for you if you just like owned that. Having the mentality that it's okay to steal content from other people because you're making such an impact on other people's lives feels to me more like you're patting yourself on the back rather than really trying to make an effort to be like a good creative force in these kids' lives. So look, dude, I think that there's room for you for an awesome path forward. Are you going to be the guy who stole content from other people and tricked the algorithm and used other creators as pawns all the way to the top? Or are you going to be the guy that pursued what he loves? Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. After making this video and watching all of that stolen content, I feel like I want to go like a whole week without watching any content. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to the Romance Channel, where we cover the hottest romance movies known to man. When you think of the perfect love story, what comes to mind? Passion, lust, destiny, brothers, psychological intimidation, gazebos. All of those? Yeah, all of them? Good. Because today we're talking about The Kissing Booth. I've had this movie recommended to me for a while, and I recently sat down to watch it, and I gotta say, guys, I'm pretty confused. This movie has a completely normal premise, and there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's not weird at all. Guys, don't we all have a best friend? And don't you and your best friend have a written, strict set of rules that you guys follow to maintain your friendship? And isn't one of them, don't fuck my brother? Do not have sex with my brother! Of course, so see, I don't know what the problem is.
Just don't end up grinding coochies with my brother, or I'll literally never talk to you again.
Grinding coochies? What the? Ugh. All right, you know what? Just for that,
That's it. I am making the video. The Kissing Booth is a bad movie. This movie starts off with way too much exposition. Instead of a normal movie where you sort of naturally learn about the characters as the story progresses, the movie decides to just dump the main character Elle's entire life story on you in like 3 minutes. Look at Lee got a scooter and you broke your leg. Actually, should I be writing this down?
Learned how to ride a bike. Learned how to swim.
Okay, she knows how to swim? I feel like I would have just assumed she knew how to swim.
Got my first bra. Discovered I like soccer. Discovered a way to get to our favorite place to dance.
Okay, all right, okay. I think it's too much information, right? There's no way all of this information is necessary right at the beginning of the movie. It's not. It's almost all unnecessary information, actually. And by the time I finished watching this intro, I felt like I had already watched like 10 movies. I still have to watch another movie after this. I've watched like 3 people grow up from being a baby. Before the movie even starts, you watch Elle's mom slowly die in the hospital.
Sat with mom in the hospital, said goodbye to my mom.
Damn. Oh, hell yeah. Mom or motorcycle? I think we came out all right on that deal. Did we need to see the mom die? Did that have to happen? They barely reference it in the rest of the movie. Did they have to just rapid fire through that? I guess it gives you a reason in the movie, like right off the bat, to be rooting for Elle because you've seen her go through some hard times. I guess later on in the movie, if you ever start to feel like she's being an asshole, the movie can be like, hey, well, her mom died, all right? So take it easy with the judging, okay? Pretty much all you need to know from the intro of this movie is that Elle and Lee are best friends, you know, because they pretty much have the same letters in their name. And Elle has a crush on Lee's older brother, Noah. Noah is established as being irrationally angry and violent in the intro as well, so what's not to love?
And that's me today, savoring the last fleeting—
Hey! Don't fuck my brother! So Elle is clearly infatuated with Noah right from the start. I think we can all see that. Lee can see that. So you might think, damn, they have just a few rules in their friendship and Elle is not able to follow them. What a jerk. And 1, you haven't even seen the half of it, dude. If you think this is bad, what do you think the rest of this movie's about? And 2, easy with the judging, dude, all right? Her mother passed away. I do find it interesting that the rule says, like, no dating either of our relatives. This rule was clearly made just to keep Elle away from Noah. Elle's only immediate family in this entire movie is her dad, who's like 50, and her brother, who was probably like 2 when they made these rules up. Her mother, I don't know if you know this, but she unfortunately did pass away, so she is not in the picture anymore. So did Lee propose this rule being like, hey, so, if you stay away from my brother, then I, a child, won't fuck your dad. Deal? One day while getting ready for school, Elle rips her pants and has to wear the only other option that the uniform allows, which is her skirt, which is a little bit too short for her comfort, and she ends up getting groped by a jock. Luckily, Noah, who we've established as being very violent, jumps in to beat the shit out of the jock. This sets Elle and Noah's love story into motion.
No one should treat a girl like that. Especially if that girl's you. Get in my little sister's pants, which is super gross.
So Noah is the main love interest in this story, and they start out by establishing that Noah sees Elle as a little sister to him. Pretty interesting. And I do wonder how they're gonna get around that if he is to be her love interest in this movie. So the reason this movie is called Kissing Booth is because Elle and Lee run the dance club at their school, which they never actually show, but I think it just consists of them going to the arcade and playing Dance Dance Revolution, which, if so, is a sick idea for a club. But their school is having a carnival, and their dance club has to come up with like a fundraiser to do at the carnival. Kissing Booth! Oh, shit! I love how they both say it at the same time. That's such a specific suggestion. It's almost as if they've done this before, and they think of Kissing Booth as like the solution to every problem. Her mom was in the hospital earlier, and Elle's like, damn, if only we could heal my mom with some kind of Kissing Booth! The doctor's like, you two need to get the fuck out of here. Obviously, that was the first thing we tried. Before Elle and Noah can get together, though, we need to find a little bit more out about Noah. Like, who is this main love interest? We know that he's violent, which is awesome. But the movie also has to show us how manipulative he is. You see, it all starts with Elle exploring some other love options at school. For example, the man that groped her earlier. He calls her kiddo? Gross. Lock this man up immediately. You still got a lot to learn, kiddo. Like, for example, how fucking crazy I am. You have no idea. You have no fucking clue. But you're gonna learn today. I'm naked, baby. The Flynns are a very controlling family, aren't they? Like, in Elle's friendship with Lee, he's made all these rules that he has to follow. like don't fuck my brother, and now Noah has rules like don't fuck anybody else. It's an entire family where they're like, hey, who are you gonna fuck? Who is that? Who is that? Don't fuck him. Fuck me. No, don't fuck me. That's not allowed. So the kissing booth is coming up, but Elle is having a little bit of trouble getting people to volunteer to work at the kissing booth, obviously, because that sounds gross as hell.
Need peeps to work our kissing booth. You in?
Where the fuck did he come from? Was he just lurking beneath the sand to jump out?
Don't make me beg.
Ah, she said no! Leave her alone. Noah's a really confusing character in this movie because they kind of portray him as this like popular guy that gets all the girls. Whenever he's not talking to Elle, he's like making out with some other girl or like talking to the popular cheerleader girls or whatever. But he like, other than that, doesn't seem to have any friends or like a social group. The only time he interacts with the other guys in his grade is to threaten them, apparently. For this entire party, before this happens, they just show him kind of like lurking alone in a corner. And apparently she's pretty into.
Oh, wait!
The Hollywood sign at night. You guys ever been to the Hollywood sign at night? Great place to make out. Great place to get eaten by coyotes, too. I feel like a lot of people don't realize the Hollywood sign's like in the middle of a nature preserve. I think there's like mountain lions and shit up there. A coyote comes out from behind the Hollywood sign and is like, fucking by the Hollywood sign again, huh, Noah? This man's got some game. All right, guys, get out of here. I'm gonna have to eat your asses. I love that his secret spot to come and be alone is the Hollywood sign. Yeah, don't worry. I know a little place where we can be alone. It's called Times Square. We'll have a little more privacy up there. From there, their relationship blossoms. They go on dates all over town. They're sneaking around, trying to make sure Lee doesn't catch them. The actor who plays the dad feels like he's from a completely different movie. Everyone else in this movie are these like beautiful, like model actors. This guy looks like he's from like a crime drama or something. He's a lot more like rough and rugged. He's very sour and sad. I guess his wife did just die, but that's pretty much seems like his entire character. He's not even like wearing the same type of clothes as the other characters. There's another scene where like all the other adults are wearing these like nice suits and he looks like he just like rolled out of bed. Everyone else in this movie is like, what are we gonna do? We gotta not break rule number 9 and oh, this is so hot and fun and sexy. And he's like, every night I stare at my reflection and I don't know who I am anymore. Every time I look into your eyes, I see my dead wife.
I can't say I support the two of you. I can't.
Oh my god, what did you do to Lee, you monster? Also, how long have they been in the car? I swear they've been in the car for like 5 minutes. How did she not notice? Was he just sitting there silently the whole time? And he's like 8 feet tall. How did she not notice? I'm just trying to picture this. So Elle gets in the car. Noah's already sitting there completely silent in a Batman costume. They pull out. He says nothing. He's just sitting there. Something doesn't add up. And by something, I mean the whole movie. Anyways, the movie ends with him going to college. Yeah, he doesn't stick around. He just goes to college and that's how the movie ends. Doesn't that suck? They don't even get to go on like a real date as a real couple. He just goes to college and then the movie ends. All right, well, that concludes our time together today. You guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my subscribers on YouTube. So if you want to join Greg, just hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. And then before you know it, your name will be legally changed to Greg. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great holiday season. I know I was until I watched the new Home Alone movie. And I got sick, also. I think the movie might have given it to me, honestly. You know, guys, when you think about it, I guess it makes a lot of sense that they would make a new Home Alone movie, you know? Hollywood loves their sequels. Their sequels of sequels, and they've already made like 5 Home Alone movies, so why stop there? And sure, like nobody has watched or even been interested in the last like 3, but all the more reason to make another one, you know? Sort of a comeback Home Alone movie this could be. I guess could have been, if it wasn't already out and wasn't already bad. It's a shame, man. I really liked the first 2 Home Alone movies, but then after that, nothing feels the same. And I don't know what it is about this one in particular, but watching this little kid beat the shit out of these burglars, it's just not as fun as it used to be. I guess I really am grown up. Oh, no, you know what it is, actually? It's not that I'm grown up. It's that instead of making the villains in this movie like cartoonishly evil burglars, they made them like a struggling middle-class family who are only breaking into this kid's house due to a misunderstanding. They're not evil. They're not trying to hurt anyone or kill anyone. They're just like a down-on-their-luck family. And this rich kid is just fucking him up at every turn, dude. This movie is insane. You know how a Home Alone movie goes. There's a kid, he gets left in his house by himself, there's robbers who try to break in, and the kid sets up a bunch of traps to try to hurt them and embarrass them. And that's exactly what happens in this movie. So you're probably wondering, who are these robbers and why do they want to break into this kid's house so bad? So
let me tell you. Pam and Jeff McKenzie are parents. They live in the same area as the main kid, Max. And the movie starts off with them having an open house. They're trying to sell their house because they're both down on their luck. One of them doesn't make very much money and the other has just lost his job. And so they're trying to sell their house to keep food on the table for their families. It's very sad. The movie sort of tries to make it into like a funny thing happening. There's like millennials that come to try to buy the house, wearing berets and scarves. You know how like millennials do. Always wearing berets and scarves, I am.
The schools here are amazing.
They are totally lit.
And there's a lot of scenes like this in the movie that seem like they're trying to get you to empathize with this couple. In this scene, they're just talking about how they can't afford to live in this house anymore, even though they love this house and they always thought that they'd be growing old together in the house. Unfortunately, it just won't be able to become a reality for them.
I always thought we'd get old and weird in this house, but we've done the math. We can't afford it on my salary alone.
Yeah, but I mean, I crushed my interview with IBM.
Crushed it. But that was 3 months ago.
It's very sad. And when I watched this, I didn't know that these two were going to be the ones who were gonna have all of the booby traps happen to them. And it's kind of crazy now watching it back, being like, holy shit, just about an hour and a half from now, these two are gonna be getting maimed by a rich child. How fucked up is that? So what's their motivation to rob this kid, you might ask? Well, it's sort of, I feel like everything in this movie is so long and convoluted to explain. Probably because they've done this same movie like 6 times now, and so they keep having to come up with like new, more obscure ways to explain everything, like how does the kid get left home alone, and why are burglars trying to get into his house. Basically, there's this doll that the McKenzies own. They have a whole collection of these dolls that were like his grandma's or something, and they find out that one of them is worth like $200,000, which is enough money for them to like save their house and have enough time for the husband to find a new job, and they can even remodel the whole house. It's great. But during their open house, Max and his mom, who are rich, by the way, they live in a mansion, stop at their open house because Max has to pee.
Do the maths. 6 soda refills into one tiny 10-year-old's bladder does not go.
They sort of are using this less wealthy family's house as a public restroom of sorts. And the McKenzies talk to Max about this doll, and that's actually how they learn how valuable the dolls are, is because Max's mom knows this information.
There was this elderly lady who bought one at a garage sale for about $10, and then it ended up going for about $5,000.
And then the doll goes missing.
That brat kid stole my doll.
And so the McKenzies assume that Max stole the doll from them. So they are breaking into his house to try to get the doll back so that they can save their family. Which is not a decision that they take lightly, mind you. They're not like stoked to do this. They're like a normal family just like anybody else, but this is like the only thing they can do to try to keep their family afloat. They're actually like extremely nervous about doing this because they don't want to get caught and they don't want to hurt anybody. Little do they know they will get caught and they will get hurt. So yeah, in various ways, this movie goes out of its way to show you how nice of people the McKenzies are, how much they don't want to break into this house, but how they're like left no other option. It's like, it's honestly, you gotta kind of respect it in a way. They're like, look how these people, they're so nice, they're so sweet, wouldn't hurt a fly, they just really want to keep their family well-fed and in a nice house. We're gonna fuck with them. We're gonna fuck with them hard, dude. This is like an evil Mr. Beast video. So at first, only Jeff is on board, but then this scene happens, and this is what finally gets Pam on board to help out with the robbery as well.
You gotta save our house. Seriously, Mom, will you just get the doll?
It's just entering, Pam. We have the key.
Pam, you have to call me. Hi,
Come
Gavin
and
Washington,
get me.
realtor extraordinaire.
No, Fräulein.
I will, you ugly little boy.
Weirdly inspirational music as this woman is having a full meltdown. She's like hallucinating. This is the moment she's realizing she has to do something that is like deeply against her morals just to put food on the table for her family. And the music is just kind of this like inspirational Christmas song. Does not seem like the right tone, but okay. So now you may be wondering, since I brought it up, how does Max... So now you may be wondering how Max gets left home alone. They've done this movie a million times. How can they possibly come up with new ways for a child to be left home alone from a family vacation? Well, the short answer is they basically just, everything is so confusing that they just leave him home. It's confusing for them and it's confusing for us as the audience. They're going on vacation to Japan with a bunch of extended families. So they've got a bunch of families staying at their house. It's very chaotic. It's very hectic. The whole beginning of the movie is just them like rapid fire introducing a bunch of characters that we literally never see again. In all this confusion, the families get split onto 2 different flights to go to Japan.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights. Can you speak up, please? It's very loud in here.
And so they can't really keep track very well of who's on which flight. Now, as for how he actually gets left at home, Max is sort of a Scrooge of a child. While Max has like all of his cousins over playing, they're all running through the halls, playing video games, shooting Nerf guns at each other. Max, I guess, is like overwhelmed by all of this and goes to hide in his family's BMW. There's like a random car commercial at the beginning of the movie. He leaves the ruckus of his house on the holidays to go sit in the garage in his family's BMW and watch cartoons.
Mom? Dad?
Seems like a weird way to advertise BMWs, honestly. I'm not sure about that product placement. BMW. For rich recluses who hate their families. Get left home alone while your family goes to Japan because you were watching Looney Tunes in your car. BMW. This kid is a weird one, man. He's like 80 years old or something. He lives in a huge ass house. He's got a bunch of cousins. He's got a million toys, probably. Seems pretty fun to me. But instead he's like, get all this fun out of my house! I hate Christmas. I'm gonna go hide in my luxury car and pass out for 12 hours. There are a lot of choices in this movie that make very little sense, and I'm still trying to figure out why they would do these things. This movie looks like weirdly cheap while also having a ton of big celebrities in it. People even I was surprised to see, even after watching a trailer, like Kenan Thompson, Pete Holmes, Ellie Kemper. They have like a ton of big names in this movie, and some of them with like really weirdly small, insignificant parts. Chris Parnell, for example, plays Uncle Stu in this movie, who we see once at the beginning, and then for the rest of the movie, he's shitting.
Did Carol leave?
Travel safe.
What's going on?
He's shitting even before we see him too.
I told her to use the restroom in the coffee shop, darling.
After Uncle Stu had been in there? Really? Did you see how many deviled eggs he had for lunch?
And then for the rest of the movie, we only hear him through the door of the bathroom.
Did somebody call the house?
No, because we don't have a landline, Stu.
Because he gets to Tokyo and then I guess had more bad food and is still shitting. Actually, that might be one of the funniest parts of the movie, honestly. The fact that this uncle is just pooping his brains out the entire time. That is pretty funny. And the fact that they got such like a big name to play him, and we're paying you $5 million for this role, and you're gonna be behind a door pooping your brains out, and we're never gonna see you. Is that cool? Also, Mikey Day from SNL is a priest in this movie. If you didn't look very hard, you might not even know there was a priest in this movie, let alone the fact that he was played by someone famous. If this movie was good, it would have been cool to see so many famous actors